Welcome to another edition of Against the Grain Sports Podcast, Uncut. And I'm your host, Jody Coleman, in the building, man. We joined today with my man, Ray, more than just a Barbara Lindsay. What's going on, my guy?
Yo, what's going on, man?
Man,
See what I'm out here doing, working, representing, you know, doing what I
no
do.
doubt. We got a lot to cover this Saturday morning, man. We about a week away from college football week zero. We about a week away. We sitting here, man. We got college football information. We got some NBA action as well as NFL preseason. We're gonna talk about a lot of that stuff, some contenders and pretenders, and I think we got some big news coming from college football and NFL, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. I hope everybody's having a fabulous weekend. It's starting to get a little bit like towards the fall, even though it's still really hot in a lot of places, man. We're definitely in a situation where we're about to have a lot of fun because football is right around the corner. A lot of high school games have already been played. So we're kicking off the high school season. Everybody was so hyped about Peyton Manning's son. I guess he had a good showing, Marshall Manning, or whatnot, man. But let's get right into it, Ray. While Saul he'll be here joining us momentarily. We'll get right into the proceedings. We're going to talk about some of this NBA. That was it was some things that happened in the NBA right over the course of the weekend. And Ray, right there, we got some NBA news. Klay Thompson is set to head to the Miami Heat. He's going to be bought out and from the Dallas Mavericks and go over to the Miami Heat. Ray, what do you think about that? This is a veteran guy that has been struggling the last few years to find his shot. Bring him over. What does that element does that bring to the Miami Heat?
I think, man, him being down in South Beach is gonna be a nice little move for him. I think he gonna enjoy that a lot more than being in Dallas. Uh, I think with uh, Giannis and the other guys that they acquired, we needed shooting. So them getting some shooters around there. I think Klay Thompson is gonna have a nice year this year, man. I predicted that was gonna be where he's gonna end up, and I'm glad that it's starting to manifest itself. Him and Tim Hardaway Jr. there. I think that's gonna be a nice little pickup for him for the shooting, surround him with Giannis and them guys, man. I think it's gonna be a nice little addition to that team.
This one I'm kind of scratching my head a little bit about. I mean, as far as Klay Thompson of the past was definitely a great shooter, but even before he left Golden State, he was struggling to find his shot, and he was getting open looks. He's one of those guys towards the end of his career became more of a streak shooter. So I don't know how many minutes he's going to play per game. Can he be a guy that can come in and only give you about 20 minutes and still give you about 10 to 15 points? The inconsistency, we know he's going to have space on the floor because Giannis is going to get double teamed. So we know he's going to have opportunities to get open shots. But the thing is regaining his confidence. I don't know if Klay Thompson has regained his confidence when he was with the original Splash Brothers. Let's see what he can do. Also, too, defensively, I know he's not the same defensive player that he was. I think he was one of the better defensive players in the league at the two guard position during his prime. But right now, those knee injuries, he's not a defensive stopper. And we know towards the end of a lot of people's careers, they're not defensive stoppers. But a solid pickup for a bare minimum is not a lot. It's not a lot going on that one. So I like him coming over to Miami just because he can be a guy that can give you 10 to 12 points, and that's what they need. They need guys off the bench that can score. We got my man Jarrell Sol on Sports Glenn all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Man, what's going on, my guy?
What is going on, fellas? How y'all doing this Saturday morning? How y'all feeling today?
Man,
All
it's real
right,
good.
man. You talking about my team, bro? Be talking about my team, bro.
I'm talking about your
My
handicap
quarterback.
quarterback.
Hey, man, that's my quarterback, man.
Sorry, dog.
Well, so we got a question, man. Klay Thompson left
Yeah.
your Dallas Mavericks, and now he's headed down to South Beach, man. What do you think about that move, Klay Thompson going over to Miami Heat?
Well, that's what Miami's missing. They need shooting. I know Ray's been saying that the Miami Heat's been cooking something. They must have been slow cooking that brisket for a long time. They finally got some shooting. That's what they needed. They got Giannis in camp. They got Bam there. They made a couple other trades, but shooting has been the weakness that they need, and he can definitely provide that. Now he ain't gonna play no defense no more because Clay's knees have been restructured like the RoboCop. So, but he can definitely shoot the three and smash your lady and leave her hanging like he did my girl Megan Thee Stallion. But he can knock down some 3-pointers. That's what they got him for. What's up, Doc?
Nah. Hey, he got Meg knees, bro. He got Megan's knees, bro. He
Oh,
got
I didn't
some
think about that. I didn't think about that.
so he's straight, bro. He good.
Hold on,
Good now.
Go ahead.
you said that his knees got restructured like a contract? Is that what you said?
No, like the RoboCop.
That nigga said he can renegotiate his knees. What are we talking about? Hey, but that was one of the big things. We'll see how that pans out. The NBA, it seemed to me, guys, that the NBA is really starting to go back to the old days. And what I mean by that is kind of front loading about 15 teams that can potentially win a championship. And the other teams are really, really bad because they don't have a lot of talent. Because the teams that he left, Dallas is, outside of Cooper Flag. And let's see what we do with Kyrie Irving. It's kind of like, okay, what are we doing there? Are we in a rebuild there? A lot of teams are dumping players to better teams. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see how that manifests itself. But we had another move, and this one was, I guess the dominoes have completely failed because now we know where DeMar DeRozan, he's going to the Nuggets. He's going over to the Nuggets. So what do you think about that? A guy that can give you about 18 to 20 points even in the latter part of his career, but we know he's not a 3-point shooter. So does that really help or hurt this Denver Nugget offense?
DeMar DeRozan is a professional scorer. Since he's been with Toronto Raptors, the teams he's been on, he can shoot the rock. He can score buckets. He ain't going to play no defense either. But the Nuggets need more offense. I know, Jordan, I'm about to piss you off early in the show, but this helps the Joker out. I know you think the Joker already has plenty of help, but having a veteran like DeMar DeRozan on your roster, whether he starts or comes off the bench, can do nothing but help you because the West is going to be tough. It's going to be tough for the Nuggets to get out. So believe me, the Joker's going to need all the help he can to try to get back to the finals again. I know he ain't been in quite some time, but DeMar DeRozan can definitely help this roster.
Real quick, man, because you just struck a nerve with me before I get the rest.
Already, I knew it, man. I know your pressure points. I know your pressure points.
I'm about to use the same analogy for the NFL, which we'll get to in a minute in NBA. The Joker is like Josh Allen. Like he can do no wrong. Like he can do no wrong. And I think that other players are like Jalen Hurts. Like why are we talking about that, guys? Like why are we talking about him not having no help, but we're not talking about the fact that he hasn't gotten out of the second round in his going in 10 years. He's been out of the second round one time in his career, and nobody seems to mention that.
Well, no one wins the championship by themselves. We spoke about this, and every great player needs a sidekick. And all we're saying is the Joker can't do it by himself. I don't give a damn how many fucking triple doubles he puts up in the playoffs. If he doesn't have a right amount of help, not just the Joker, any superstar, they're not going to win. Now, all I'm saying is the guy's going to need some help. If he's going to get the West is even tougher now. I think it's going to be damn near impossible for him to come out of the West. You got the Thunder and the Spurs dominating the West for the next 5 years. I don't see the Nuggets even getting out of the first or second round moving forward. It's going to be tough.
So what? I'm about to get to Ray. What does that mean if they don't get out of the West and you add DeRozan, you still got Aaron Gordon, you still got Jamal Murray, you still got those things. So what does that mean if he does not ever make it back to the finals? Do we still say that the Joker is a top 5 center of all time?
Yeah, his numbers, even if he retires right now, Joe, look what the man has done. I mean, that was triple-double a few times in his career, a couple of MVP awards, got him a championship. Yeah. I mean, he's done a lot more than a lot of other centers that played in this league.
He's not top 5. He wouldn't be top 5.
Why not?
Because Moses Malone is still better. Because Moses Malone, you forget, he got multiple MVPs and championships as well. He's not better than Hakeem Olajuwon. He's not better than Kareem, Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell, Shaquille O'Neal. Just to name a few.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me? Okay. You telling me that the Joker is not better than Bill Russell?
No, he's not.
Oh my God. Okay. All right.
We'll continue that on. Ray, what do you think about DeMar DeRozan going over to the Nuggets, man? He was a sought after free agent. He found a home with the Denver Nuggets.
I think it's a solid move. I mean, think about what they've been doing over the last couple of years. They got Westbrook. That didn't work out. They lost what was it, Porter.
Yeah.
So you need a guy who can get you at least 15 points, a game. So I think that's why they went and got him somebody who can get their own bucket, someone who's a slasher like Jamal Murray, or even playing the point like Jamal Murray. We know DeRozan can run the point, or he can be the two. So I think it's a good pickup. It's a solid pickup. But as far as going to that logic on if Joker was never going to be in the top 5 centers of all time to me. Just for the same reason, the same names that you just named, Jody. I don't see that being a real thing, but he's in the top. I think he's probably in the top 10, top 15 for sure. But outside of that, I don't care if he got 2 more championships. He's not better than Bill Russell. He's not better than Hakeem Olajuwon or Shaq. And then other names, like you said, Moses Malone and guys like that. So, no.
What about David Robinson? You think he's better than Big Dave?
I don't think he's better than David Robinson.
That's a tough one.
I think that's where we start the argument. Honestly, I think
I'm gonna tell you why. Because think about it. Who are the centers that he's going up against? What is his competition? If his competition ain't there, and of course if I'm the only male at a all girls in the all girls dorm, I'm gonna win that thing 90% of the 99% of the time. I ain't got no competition. But when competition is there and I can still succeed, then that's when you can really tell the difference if somebody's better or not.
Ray, your competition is when those ladies show up with those backpacks. That's going to be your competition. And you know what's in those backpacks, don't you? You can't compete with those, Ray. They got different sizes. They got different colors. They got unlimited battery life. You can't compete with that.
Hey, no, ain't nothing like the real thing.
But Ray, you can only go for so long.
Yeah, you got the energizer, buddy, brother.
Yeah, they can go all night long. But no, my thing is this: when we talk about the David Robertson comparison to the Joker, I don't know. I think that's where it does become muddy. And I see Ray talking about competition. I don't really get into the competition because it's not the Joker's fault. He was born at the time he was born. So I don't really go with the competition. I just go and look and see what the success rate is. And I just think the Joker, he's no different than Russell Westbrook, to be honest. Russell Westbrook they said he passed stats. Sometimes I ain't saying the Joker intentionally goes and pass stats, but I mean, if you're touching the ball every time down court, like a point guard, you're going to average a lot of assists, especially when the players that's defending you are 3 feet off of you. I mean, and if you got some ability to pass, which he's probably one of the best passing big men I've ever seen, so I don't know.
But Jody, that goes back to competition. If the competition that's going up against him and they're not playing on him or they're not playing him and defending him, we saw in the 90s, we saw in the early 2000s where defenders were up on guys like that, on the David Robinson, on heck, even Patrick Ewing. Heck, Patrick Ewing would have way more MVPs had he played in this in this era of basketball. So you gotta look at the competition, because if the competition isn't there, then you're gonna get off.
But Ray is evolution, and the thing about it, the reason why they're not playing close to him because they're playing way away from the basket. You know what I'm saying? Back then, the guys played in the low block, so you're not going to play off of a guy if he's 3 feet away from the basket. Now, if you're 25 feet away from the basket, it doesn't make sense for guys like Embiid to be all up on him pressing defenses. So that's where we'll debate it. Rudy Gobert, we give Rudy Gobert a hard. I know I do. I give Rudy Gobert a hard way to go, but it doesn't make sense for Rudy Gobert to be that far away from the basket. That's all I'm saying. What's up, Farrah, with the extra point? I mean, I'm sorry, the hour. Our take. She's in the building. What's going on, sweetheart? But yeah, that's our NBA segment. And
Jody, one more talk about them. I'm gonna switch sports on y'all real quick. Just think of a great, like Ray speak of a competition. Imagine Mike Tyson if he fought back when Muhammad Ali was in his prime. Look at all the great fighters Ali fought. You think Mike Tyson would be an all-time great if he fought back in the 60s and 70s?
Why wouldn't he? That's what I'm saying. Like we keep acting like there's nothing called evolution. We don't know that.
You know that nigga lost every big fight he had.
He lost after certain amounts of times of his career. He lost after he lost to Buster Douglas. That he was coming out of his prime. This dude was a professional at like 18 years old.
He was still in his prime when he lost to Buster, dog. He was still in his prime.
I give you the Buster. I give you the Buster
yet.
Douglas one. The Buster Douglas, he was
yet.
not prepared.
Man, nah,
whose fault is that?
He was on his meds, bro. Quit acting like that. Like there's not a bunch of nuances. But boxing, you can't compare boxing to NBA or NFL. It's not the same. So no, let's not do that.
Well,
Bad comparison.
Let's get back to the NFL real quick because we have to say, guys, it's amazing. The amazing career of Nick Chubb came to an end. He's retired after 8 seasons in the NFL, 7 years with the Browns. He had 1 year with the Houston Texans. He's called it a career. I still believe he's the top 5 running back in Cleveland Brown history, man. So what do you think about the career of Nick Chubb and he knowing when to walk away at the age of 30?
Had a great career. Just what could have been more if he could have stayed healthy, man. Injuries just really derailed his career. But when he was on the field, he dominated. He was, like you said, Jordan, he's one of the best backs in the league for I can think 3 or 4 years. Nick Chubb was on the top of everybody's fantasy football draft. But then the injuries, just those injuries, man, he just couldn't get over it. He started in college, and he got to the NFL and started having the same injuries. But he always fought back and he never quit. But I think he had a good career. Hall of Fame, no. But I think he's one of the best players of his generation.
Yeah, I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, even though let's play homage to him for just a moment if we could. To my man Nick Chubb, man. That's my guy. Everybody know that's my guy. Nick Chubb. Ray, what do you think about Nick Chubb after only 8 seasons in the NFL? He called it a career, 4-time Pro Bowler. What do you think about Nick Chubb walking away when he can walk away?
I think it's a smart move on him. I wish more guys would do it, especially when they're riddled with injuries like he has. He's had some horrific ones. Like said, like Soul said, he had two knee injuries in college, and he's had 3 since he's been in the league, 3 or 4 since he's been in the league. Absolutely a beast when he's healthy, but again, he's one of those ones that who just got riddled with the injury bug, and it's unfortunate. I would have loved to see him still play, or I would have loved to see him with less injuries, but it is what it is, man. I think it's smart for him to walk away, like you said, while he actually can walk.
Real quick before I get to that, Sadiq, what's going on, Sadiq? In the building, he said DeRozan to the Nuggets. If this happens, Denver is adding a veteran scorer who can make a serious impact. What do you think about that, film? We just talked about that, but yeah, I think he can make an impact because I think he is Soul called him a professional scorer. My man Nick Chubb, man, I think that this guy, man, had a raw deal. Like I said, he had really horrendous injuries at the University of Georgia and was able to bounce back. This dude was a uber athlete, man. People, if they didn't know, he was a track star in high school, and he could have ran track at the collegiate level, maybe at the Olympic level. That's what type of skill set that he had on the track and field. But as an NFL player, he's tough as they come. Very humble guy that couldn't be rattled. At one point in time, I would say Nick Chubb, maybe for a 2-year span, was the best running back in football, and that was when including Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry and whoever else you want to add. I think he was definitely, and it wasn't a homer pick. Like when that guy touched the ball, he was how you average over 5 yards to carry in this league. And Nick Chubb, I believe, did it twice in his career. So big shout out to my man Nick Chubb. Prayers for his endeavors, what he's gonna do after football, man. And he's gonna be missed, man. I will say. I hope they retire him as a Brown too. I hope he gets to come back a 1-day contract and retire as a Brown. Go ahead, so.
Hey, Jody, with a name like Nick Chubb, that would be a great name to go into the adult entertainment industry. Nick Chubb. I mean, it's right there. He didn't have to change up nothing. Nick Chubb is a great nickname he can use if you want to make some extra money on the side on OnlyFans or something like that nature.
Man, my man Kev in the building. What's up, cuz? He said real deal for real for the brother. What's good, my boy? How you feeling? Man. But we got some things going on. We're gonna talk about preseason in a minute. But it's a hot topic, and I ran across it. Do you know that they're trying to, I don't know if they're gonna implement this year. But they said that players that get cut next week, they make the roster cut down to 53. It's going to be a lot of individuals that are going to be cut. If you have not exhausted your 5 years of eligibility in college, they're talking about letting you come back to school. So it's a lot of college teams that are scouting these NBA, NFL cut sites to see who they can bring back, because I think they cut them on by September 1st. So what do you think about that? And how is that fair to the people at the universities right now? And how is that going to mess up recruiting and the transfer portal?
At this point, college football has no rules. So why not let kids in training camps at the NFL go back to college? I mean, the Indiana Hoosiers had 25-year-olds on the roster last year. At this point, I don't think it really matters. I mean, college football has no rules. And once the NFL cuts you, they don't give a damn what you do. If you go back to college, go back to high school, they don't give a fuck what you do. So NCAA has no rules. They let people do whatever the fuck they want. So this would not shock me at all if they let kids go back and play college football again. Not at all.
Wow. Whew. Ray, what do you think about
right?
that? If they cut you and you still got 5 years, if you haven't fulfilled your 5 years of eligibility, you can go back. So of course you got to enroll back in the school, or you just go to play football. Not sure how that goes. Are your transcripts still liable? Are you graduated? I don't know the nuance of. They just said if you get cut and you have not fulfilled your 5 years, you can go back to school, because you can always go to grad school. Ray, what do you think about that? And a lot of college organizations are looking at the cut board.
Well, that just lets you know that that the student athlete has, that era of being a student athlete has been over. It's a business. So on the business side of it is like, hey, all right, it's just like you holding a position in city officials, but you try to go and run for governor. Well, if you don't get elected as governor, then you can go back to your city official job. You know what I'm saying? So it's following that model. So I'm not surprised by it. I seen some stuff that was going on where they were doing that. Some guys have already been looking at their teams, going back to the school that they left after draft night. So I'm not shocked by it at all. And this is the day and age that we're living in.
This is absolutely insane. This is if my son is recruited to the University of Ohio State and he's playing whatever position, then you go get a guy that's had an opportunity to play with professional players, to be with professional coaching, to have professional conditioning, to know the game of football, to understand the nuance of the NFL, and then you're able to bring that experience back to the collegiate level. And now my kid gets buried on the bench because y'all want to go with the best player possible.
Yeah.
If that player was good enough to go to the pros, we know how good a player he was at the collegiate level. If he's able to make a roster and play in a preseason game or even go to camp. This rule is absolutely insane. If this actually goes through, this is going to, in my opinion, is going to put a black eye and an asterisk on a lot of college football. Because what happens if, and I'm just saying this, and it's not going to happen, but let's say they cut Mendoza. Can Mendoza, which he has fulfilled his 5 years, but if let's say he hasn't, and he cut Mendoza, he goes back to University of Indiana, and he wins another championship, or he bumps a guy that transferred, Josh Hoover, who transferred from TCU, and bumps him back to the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man.
This is what happens, Jody, when you don't set no rules, no ground rules. We talked about the NCAA. It's been a joke for generations, brother. They really don't. They make up bullshit rules as they go along. This NIL and all this stuff that's going on. They really never set any ground rules on how you play this thing. It's like the wild, wild west out there, bro. Think about the guy that went to the Miami Hurricanes last year, the quarterback from Georgia. What's his name again?
Carson Beck.
You remember when he got to Miami, somebody was asking about class. He was like, class? I'm not going to class. I'm not here for school. I'm here to play football. So it would not shock me in the least, man, if a veteran player leaves the NFL training camp and goes back to college, because college football don't have no fucking rules, and they just let people do whatever the fuck they want because it's so much money involved in it, and all they care about is winning. They don't care about these freshmen and coming. No, I'm sorry. sucks. We don't have no rules. We can do what the fuck we want. I know we promised you a spot, but sorry, you can transfer. You don't have to sit out anymore. If you want to go to another school, you can do that.
That's crazy.
Yep.
Hey, what's up, Tasha T Sizzle in the building? She said, as an adult, what if you get outplayed by 18, 19 or what do you do next? You transfer. I mean, yeah. I mean, that's what happens all the time, right? That's why the transfer portal is full of players because they get outplayed by the new guys. But I think that more importantly, it affects your recruiting because now, do you even recruit? Remember in St. John's, their men's basketball program, they don't even recruit. They go and look at the transfer portal and build their team with guys that are 22 and 23 and 24 years old that can play basketball, that understands the concept of basketball more than a guy that's 18 or 19 that's coming fresh out of high school. So I think that football is the same because now your body is mature enough because that's the thing. A lot of times, that's why as a freshman and sophomore in college, you can't go pro because they say your body is not mature enough. That's why they made that rule where you can't go unless you play 3 years of collegiate football before you can go pro. Either red shirt and play 2 years or whatever it may be. And that's because your body. They say there was only a few players that could probably have went from high school to the NFL. Adrian Peterson being one of them. They said he had the physical attributes of a of a Greek god, like when he came out of high school. That's crazy work too. If you come in, you made it to the NFL level, you go back and then you get outplayed by an 18-year-old.
It used to be when we got to the NFL, as soon as you hired an agent, when you come out of college, that's it. Your eligibility is gone, but it's not like that anymore.
Yeah, it's crazy work, man. But Jason said it's crazy that a kid is 6'7", 220 pounds playing DN and can't even get a look from a damn Mac school. Be patient, young fella. Be patient. Get a couple sacks. He will. Don't worry about it, Jason. He will. He will. So yeah, man. That's what's going on in that. I seen that topic on First Take. And I was like, wow, that is incredible. I want to like shed some light on that situation because it's gonna really damage the fabric of the NFL game and it's gonna damage the fabric of the college game. But real quick before we continue on, man, we want to give a big shout out to our sponsor, Michael Wright, attorney at law. If you have any wrongful death, personal injuries, workman compensation, any legal advice and legal representation, just call Mike at 937-222-7477. Just call Mike in any 50 state in America. Don't worry about it. You can still call him. But yeah, man. So let's keep it moving. Let's get to the NFL preseason right here. Solo Sports, man. We got the NFL preseason going on, and we see that it's some negotiations with the quarterback with the Houston Texans. CJ Stroud is in negotiation to make a lot of money. They said potentially he can make $70 million a year, which will make him the richest quarterback in the NFL. I don't understand how you can, be in negotiations to make that much money, but be on the hot seat at the same time. A lot of people thinking that maybe they don't want him at quarterback, even though he has 3 playoff wins in 3 seasons, something that some people haven't done their whole career. I'm going to leave that alone. So, what do you think about Houston Texans? Should they go ahead and negotiate and extend CJ Stroud and make him their franchise quarterback and pay him the same way?
No, at this point, they've already waited till the end of his contract anyway. Might as well let him play this last season now because there's no real free agency in the NFL. You think, I played my contract. No, brother, you can't go nowhere because we can franchise tag your ass. So at this point, they might as well just play out the season and see how the season goes, then decide you're going to franchise tag him or give him a deal after the season. To me, at this point, you should have signed him last year. If you're not going to do that, let him play out the rest of his contract, then make a decision after that. I think this is stupid. That's my opinion.
It could be even worse for him. So if they play out and he play up to the potential that we know he can play at, you actually put some pieces around. They went and drafted the offensive line with their first pick. He seemed like Rutledge, like he's going to be a stud on that offensive line. If he can get Tank Deal back in the fold, he can actually play better. This could backfire on the Houston Texans by not signing him. Ray, what do you think about the Houston Texans? Now all of a sudden they want to sign CJ Stroud, potentially, at least they're in negotiations to sign him long term. What do you think about that for Houston Texans quarterback CJ Stroud?
CJ shouldn't worry about the negotiation part. Let his agent handle that. He worry about playing football. The negotiation can go on. That's the front office. That's his agent. They do what they do. Yes, they should go ahead and do the negotiations. If they're gonna sign him, sign him. I'm in agreement with Sol. They should have been done on the off season. But it's a matter of, it's really just a matter of what you are, how intricate is the player going to be in negotiations. Um, if his agent has full autonomy on how much he gets paid and doing his deal, then cool. But if not, man, hey, bro, we do this in the off season. If he ain't got full possibility, he ain't got to look it over, which every player should look over their contract. Then do it on the off season so he can say yay or nay. But he should be worried about football all together.
Okay. Tasha said real quick, she said, going back, she said the NCAA doesn't care as long as it's not a title violation. They want to avoid those lawsuits at all costs. My thing with CJ Stroud, I think this is a situation where the Texans is about to fumble again, because I think they don't want to go all in on him, because they believe in a lot of people's minds that their backup quarterback, Davis Mills, is better than CJ Stroud, which is incredible. If he was that good, why is he not beating him out for the starting job? Both of those guys, I believe, been there for 3 years apiece. Now, when Davis Mills came out of college, out of high school, he was one of the top quarterbacks in the country. But guess what? This is not high school. This is not college. This is professional football. And we've seen that CJ Stroud have proven at every level. Did he have a bad playoff run last year? Absolutely, he did. But Justin Herbert did. He's not on no hot seat. Last time I checked, Justin Herbert threw 4 interceptions in one game. Did he get benched? Are we saying he on a hot seat? No. But CJ Stroud did he have a awful playoff? He had a awful playoffs. So, but we done seen players have awful playoffs. We see Peyton Manning back in the day have awful playoffs, and we only person's on the hot seat is CJ Stroud. Does he deserve $70 million? Absolutely not. He does not deserve to be the highest paid quarterback in football. But we act like quarterbacks are easy to come by. We act like if that was the case, why is there so many teams in search of franchise quarterbacks? Right. That's my man Ronnie in the, but he said, yeah, man, Davis Mills, Ronnie, like the organization really think Davis Mills can be as good as CJ Stroud is crazy work. You get a small, they get a small sample size of Davis Mills, and then all of a sudden you say he can play at the level of CJ Stroud. Now, I don't know about 70 million, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't know about 70 million, but so I don't know what's going on with that, man. But let's change gears to his counterpart that was drafted, right? I believe in the same draft he was in, Bryce Young. We talk about him. He had a good preseason game last night, going 5 for 6, threw a touchdown pass. It looks like he got a lot more confidence. So what do you think about them, the Carolina Panthers, actually extending Bryce Young as well?
Well, he's in the same situation. It's the quarterback position is so weird, bro, because normally when they like you and they love you, they put a ring on it right away. You talked about Justin Herbert and Sunshine. They haven't done nothing really in the postseason, but they got paid early. They didn't have to wait on their money. No, it seems like the brothers ones that have to wait. CJ Stroud has to wait. Bryce Young's going to have to wait. Dak Prescott had to wait on his money after proving he's a legit starter in this league. I don't know what it is. We sometimes we don't like to talk about race, but God damn it, it's right there in our face. We have to talk about it. And it seems like the brothers have to wait on their money when our Caucasian quarterbacks get their money early. They you sign up for a job, Jody and Ray, and you fill out that direct deposit slip. And you know what? This bank right here, they're gonna pay me 2 days early, so I'm gonna get with them first. And that's what seems like the white quarterbacks are getting. They're going to the banks that pay them 2 days early, and that's what they're getting their money. And the brothers waiting till the last minute to get their money at that other type of bank. You know what I'm saying?
And you know what's crazy about what you just said? I love what you just said is when they do get paid, the Russell Wilson, Deshaun Watsons of the world, now you complain that they fucking got their money. Like, I get, listen, guys, I'm a Browns fan, and I get that I'm going to say it, we made a mistake by signing Deshaun Watson. And the reason why I say it is because of his injuries, not because of his gameplay. It was because of his injuries. It wasn't about his gameplay. But you got to overpay quarterbacks to come to Cleveland. Nobody wants to fucking play for Cleveland. So you got to overpay quarterbacks. Russell Wilson got his money. He got his money off of what he did do. But my thing is, why do we complain about this, but we don't complain like Soul just said when the Caucasian counterparts have subpar injury-ridden seasons and they don't play a lot of football? We don't say that was a bad move. So I get exactly what you're saying.
So, because this is the reason why, Jody. Because remember, the black quarterback isn't competent enough to play quarterback in the NFL. Remember,
That's
that
what
was
they told us.
that's just 10 years ago. That's what they were saying. So this is not a foregone conclusion that that this is why we're seeing what we're seeing. I'm not saying that it's right. I'm just saying we shouldn't be surprised by this happening because it's been happening for decades
Yeah.
since football's inception.
Yeah, Tasha said they see Herbert and Sunshine as franchise players. You know, we don't get the same grace as those.
No,
Of course. Then she said the Browns paying Freak Nasty was a mistake. They could have paid him, but not that much. No, because we got to understand when Deshaun Watson was out there as a free agent, Atlanta was willing to pay him. Carolina was willing to pay him. The Washington Commanders willing to. So let's not act like Cleveland. Cleveland had to overpay because that is not a quarterback destination. So let's understand why he got what he got, and that's why Cleveland. The reason why he chose Cleveland over those other teams, it wasn't that. It was because he got guaranteed money. We got to understand those other teams was going to pay him the same amount. It just wasn't guaranteed. That's so. Let's go ahead and make sure we got to make that plain.
Not only that, Jody, in the moment, we all talked about how great a move this was for Cleveland. Cleveland got themselves a franchise quarterback. We did not know this part of the Deshaun Watson we were going to get. We didn't know he was going to be injured as much as he was because the guy that played in Houston, Texas was legit, a top 5 quarterback at the time. So we thought you maybe underpaid for a franchise quarterback at the time. It was kind of weird they had all that guaranteed money on this deal. But at the time, man, I was like, man, shit, Cleveland got themselves a winner. We didn't know we could read the future like Miss Cleo and knew that it was going to happen. If not, they wouldn't have gave him all that damn money. They had no idea. Believe me, a lot of teams were trying to get him, like you said.
And not to mention, even with that situation, we didn't know he was going to get suspended 11 games. Because when he went to court, he was found innocent in court. So we thought maybe it was going to be a 6-game suspension, 4-game suspension, end up being
the
11.
NFL court. The NFL court is different.
But I'm just saying, when you went to court, and then I'm thinking it's going to be a 6-game suspension, end up being 11. That's your whole year. So, it's hard to get back. I don't care how good you are. If you step away from football for a significant amount of time, it's hard to catch up to the speed of the game. Ray, what do you think about Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers extending him, perhaps? Because, like I said, quarterbacks don't grow on trees. So, what do you think about the potential of Bryce Young getting extended and becoming one of the highest paid quarterbacks in the NFL?
I think that would be a mistake right now. I know you're saying quarterbacks don't grow on trees, but Bryce Young hasn't proved anything yet. I want to see what he's going to do. Wait, this is year 4 for him?
Yeah.
He played good last year. He played better than I thought he was going to play. But I haven't seen enough yet from him to make him a high-paid quarterback. And again, the intangibles. Is he, is he tall enough? Is he durable enough? And things of that nature. Those are the things that come to mind when I'm looking at him play. Last year, he shot me. I just want to know is he going to be able to maintain that momentum and go forward after this year? I would say if he played like he did last year or better, pay. But I need to see what he's going to do now.
Okay. My man, Paul. What's up, Paul, with the extra point in the building? He said franchise him until you can't get any more. This is my thing, guys. This is how I evaluate the quarterback position. You look at what's coming out of school, and let's be real. If Bryce Young was coming out of school right now out of Alabama, where I believe he won the Heisman, would he be the number 1 pick in the draft?
No.
Who will be over him?
It would be probably Notre Dame's quarterback or Arch Manning. It's going to be one of those guys over Bryce. Because they look like the prototypical NFL quarterbacks, and Bryce Young's 5'8".
He's actually 6'2". But anyway,
that nigga is not 6'2".
They got him at 6'2".
What kind of pumps he got on? He got on.
I don't know what I just go by the what they put out here for us to do our research on. My thing with 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", whatever. But my thing is with Bryce Young, I would keep him as a quarterback because even if he's not the number one quarterback coming out of his draft, and then look at the year. Now you got to look at the year after behind him. So this is going to his 4th year, his 5th year, where he can be franchised after he can get a stitch and be franchised. Look at the quarterbacks coming behind him. If you look at Chamberlain and you look at Bryce Young, who you gonna draft off of their college career?
I don't know. I have to see Chambers play one more year. He played outstanding last year.
He been playing for eight fucking years. How many years you need?
No, this is first year. This is first year.
Last
year was the first year playing top level college football. Last year was.
I'm going Bryce Young off of his college career.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened. I don't know the girl that he had a couple of years ago. I don't know. She messed him up. Listen, you cannot make me believe otherwise that chick didn't have something to do with his mind, with his mindset. Because after she's gone, he starts playing better.
As I said, Bryce Young has shown improvement, but as you stated, quarterbacks don't grow on trees, and it takes too much time to develop a quarterback in the win now culture. She said, "What kind of pumps he got on is diabolical." So my thought process is we're talking about the Carolina Panthers, who have not seen a home playoff game since Cam Newton retired.
No, they played last year. They played last year in the playoffs at home.
I'm about to get to that. That's what I'm saying. That's what Bryce Young brought to the table. He brought a home playoff game. He played well in that game. He played well enough for the Carolina Panthers to actually beat the Rams in that game.
Mm-hmm.
The Rams are just a better team. So my thing is, you go all in at the quarterback position. You pay him whatever he's asking. Guess what? If it don't work, and you go back to the drawing board, you're the Carolina Panthers. Nobody's expecting shit out of y'all anyway. You know what I'm saying? So y'all at least y'all won a division. Y'all won a division. I know it was a bad division, but shit. You still won. You still beat out the likes of Baker Mayfield. Kirk Cousins was playing for Atlanta. Michael Penix was wherever quarterback you want to put. He still beat those guys out. And guess what? The division didn't get any better. So you gonna have the same chance to win again. You go for the duration of time, those are gonna be your quarterbacks in that division, unless New Orleans somehow Tyler Shaw makes leaps and bounds and he becomes a franchise quarterback for New Orleans. But other than that, that's your competition. So why not sign a guy that at least is already there? And like Tasha said, you can't wait to develop another quarterback, because just because Arch Manning come out, CJ Carr, Chamberlain comes out, doesn't mean they're going to come in and be instant gratification on the field. So I think you pay Bryce Young just because of the circumstances around it.
Hey, Jody, I think Baker Mayfield needs to get his ancestry done. He must be part black, because they're giving him a black quarterback treatment, because they have not paid this man. This man wants $50-60 million a year, and he should walk in the meeting and say, "You do know that I'm white, right? Where is my fucking money? You're treating me like I'm one of these colored guys."
And he should have never grabbed his nuts before the game. That's what happened.
Hey, what was he doing? What was he doing at Oklahoma? Was he doing a Dougie or some dance he was doing?
Yeah, he got too much rhythm. He got too much. Baker got too much swag. And let's speak on that real quick before we continue on. Ray Moore and DeMar Lindsay, what do you think about Baker Mayfield, who has proven that he's found a home, or we thought he found a home in Tampa Bay? Mm-hmm. What do you feel about Baker Mayfield not getting his extension? And he's already proven that he can win games and be a franchise quarterback down there.
Well, I mean, I think it's kind of messed up. But at the same time, Baker Mayfield has been what Baker Mayfield has been. It's been his attitude that's gotten him in this predicament that he's in right now. I don't really understand it, because I mean, his play on the field is his play on the field. He plays lights out. He's been playing pretty solid for Tampa Bay. When he's on the field, they know they got a bona fide chance to win. I just don't get why they're not paying him. I do agree with Sol. They are giving him the black quarterback treatment, and it's kind of crazy to even think about, but that's what it is. I don't understand Tampa Bay's logic. And who do they got backing him up that they think can come in there and do better? Who do they have in their mind in the draft that they can draft to get him to replace him, that's going to make them better? I just don't see it. I don't understand it.
They got a young guy out of Kansas named Jalen Daniels. And they played in preseason. Of course, this preseason, he played lights out in the preseason. And a lot of times when you're a franchise like Tampa Bay, who every blue moon you end up winning the Super Bowl, I think they like, okay, we cannot pay Baker Mayfield. We can try to see what this young black quarterback. He's a black quarterback that's very mobile out of Kansas. Nobody really knows about him like that, but he could be a guy that can come in potentially put some pressure on Baker Mayfield, and then they can be cheaper. You know, Tampa Bay is a cheap organization too. Solonsberg, what do you think about Baker Mayfield not getting his contract extension yet?
I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, right now, they're floating whether or not they're going to rebuild this whole thing. I think their head coach is on the hot seat. If he finds a way not to win in this terrible division, and they don't win the division, get a home playoff game like Jody spoke of, I think the coach is going to get fired, and I think Baker's going to be on his way out. So I think they're like, we're going to play this thing out this year and see if you guys can actually win this shitty division, the toilet bowl of the South. So we'll see. I think that's what they're thinking. They're like, hey, man, let's just see if these dudes can win this division, and then we'll maybe re-sign the head coach and Baker. But I think that's going to play this out. I think that's their game plan.
And this is what I struggle with is you take away all you don't want to sign him when he had Mike Evans and Chris Godwin healthy. Now you want him to develop Ibaka and try to find another receiver, try to find a running game. His offensive line is not the same. And now y'all getting mad at Baker Mayfield, don't want to pay him because now you don't have those particular tools at your disposal. That's where I think they're doing him dirty and doing him a disservice, because when he was at his height, when you had a healthy Mike Evans and a healthy Chris Godwin, and your offensive line was really good, because you just paid Tristan Wirfs. I think is one of the best, if not the best, left tackle in football. You went and paid him. So why not pay your quarterback?
Black quarterback treatment.
And I don't understand. Like, y'all want people to do more with less. Like, I don't understand that. Now you don't want to sign him because he's not producing or he's not winning the division. Do y'all see the amount of people y'all lost in free agency? Do y'all see y'all draft picks? Y'all haven't added anything to help Baker Mayfield get to the next level. We thought y'all had a running back. The running game is still struggling. The offensive line still got a lot of holes in it. And Baker Mayfield is doing the best he can, I bet Baker feel like he's still in Cleveland.
I tell you, man, he get that black quarterback treatment, man. Joey, think about this. You know, sometimes we got to be better than everybody else. Remember Chris Rock, he had one of his specials. He said, my neighborhood, the only famous black people there was me, Mary J. Blige. I think somebody else famous that had a house in the neighborhood. And next to us was a dentist, a white guy. He said, in order for a black dude to buy a house in my neighborhood that was a dentist, he had to invent teeth. You know what I'm saying? You know, we gotta be on another level to get to some of these situations.
Very true. Hey, Tasha said they need to pay Baker, but I get it. He plays lights out, but they can't succeed in one of the weakest divisions. Their playoff destiny shouldn't depend on whether or not the team beats another team. And although he said the other chomping at the bit is fired Todd Bowles. I thought Todd Bowles was fired 3 years ago.
Hey, the Redskin legend. He's got a Super Bowl with my skin.
I told you. So remember, I told you when he coached for the Jets, the motherfucker got 11 wins. When the last time the Jets had 11 wins?
I tell you, man, the Jets are not used to success, man. Hey, man, you doing too good. We gotta get rid of you. We're not used to this shit. You gotta get the fuck out of here. Man, we need some more buck fumble action around here.
Yeah, they gonna fire their coach for winning the preseason game last night.
Hey, Ray, Glenn's don't get fired. Enough of that shit, okay? I told you this already. We do not get fired, brother. We walk away from situations.
Hey, y'all don't get fired at factory jobs. I'll get fired in coaching jobs.
Hey, nigga, I wish they just hired me and fire me. They still gotta pay me to fire my ass. I don't give a shit. My direct deposit is still the same, baby.
We got a couple quarterback battles going on. And one of the most notable quarterback battles is the Cleveland Brown quarterback the situation with Deshaun Watson we just spoke of earlier, and Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders getting an opportunity to start with the number ones today against Buffalo. Ray, what do you think about this situation, and how soon should the Browns name a quarterback as their starter?
They should have named a starter last week. The more you know that you're the starter, the more confident you can be going into the regular season. All this preseason stuff, I mean, yeah, it's cute, it's nice. Yeah, quarterback battle, yeah, that's nice. But that means you as a coach don't know what you really have. Now, true enough, yes, this is the new coach. He's trying to see what he really has. He's not going off of Kevin Stefanski's mentality. So you're trying to develop your own identity, but I think the longer you wait, the more you hurt your team and your chances.
Okay. So what do you think now? Shador's get an opportunity to go with the ones. Deshaun Watson last week had an opportunity to go with the ones. How soon should the Browns name their starting quarterback?
Monday morning. Deshaun got his starters with the starters last week. This
Yes.
week it's Shador. So and week 3 in preseason means nothing now for the starters. So after this game, so I would expect an announcement Monday morning who the starter is going to be, and I do believe unless Shador goes out there and plays outstanding, I really do think it's going to be Deshaun Watson moving forward. And that's not saying he's going to stay the permanent starter, but I think it's going to be Deshaun Watson.
And see, I think you're right. I was thinking more Monday morning. The Cleveland Browns, being fair, letting both quarterbacks go out there with the number ones, because Shador, his whole career, he's been playing behind third string offensive linemen, throwing the guys that's on the third and fourth string. And we saw a clip in practice where he threw a pass to Jerry Jeudy, and Jerry Jeudy dropped it. And some odd reason, somebody is gonna make it where that was Shador Sanders' fault. Like it. I don't understand how everything is Shador Sanders' fault, or whatever. I don't know what the league has against this guy. Did y'all hold on? Did y'all see that Rex Ryan still has something else to fucking say about Shador Sanders on a photo shoot that he had? Shador Sanders had a photo shoot, and Rex Ryan ain't having shit to do but pick on this kid. What did he mess with your daughter or something? Like, what the fuck are you picking on this kid for? Oh, he's talking about he's at a photo shoot and he's not thinking about the team but y'all don't say shit to Justin Herbert having his fucking girlfriend on the field.
Who gives a
What,
fuck?
why the fuck is y'all keep picking on Shador Sanders? What did he fucking do to y'all?
Who gives a fuck what Rex Ryan fat ass thinks about Shador Sanders? He's a fucking hater, so no one cares what he really thinks. He has no say so on what goes. He begged and pleaded just to give him that job, and they still didn't hire his ass. No one gives a fuck about his foot fetish, Rex Ryan. No one cares about that motherfucker.
So why the fuck is he still on ESPN and Ryan Clark is not? Because you're really trolling a guy that's not even right. He's not even a starting fucking quarterback in this league. Why do you care so much, right? Why does he care so fucking much?
He cares so much because ESPN is paying him to do a job, and he's the one that wants to do it. So guess what? Ryan Clark wasn't going for it. Ryan Clark was defending the black quarterbacks, the black players, where Rex Ryan is doing the bidding of all the stuff that they want him to do. So I mean, that's the reason why he still has a job, but why he's picking on him because ESPN wants him to. It's really
crazy.
that simple.
It's crazy because where is the outrage? And I know. So you cleared it up for me. You said that was family day with Justin Herbert and his girlfriend on the field. I get that. But even if it's not a black quarterback, Jaden Daniels' mama parade all around the Commanders' fucking field. Nobody say shit to her. But this dude does a off the field photo shoot for his brand, and all of a sudden, who the fuck does Rex Ryan follow him and knew that he was doing that, or did somebody do some research and send it to him? And like, oh, we got something on Shador. This is the reason why he's not a starting quarterback. But I don't see anybody talking about Jackson Dart, Crash Bandicoot ass out there fucking going head first in the shit like he a fucking running back, getting hurt and going in the blue tent and going through concussion protocol, but still bring your stinking ass back on the field in a preseason game like it mattered.
We talk about it.
I'm not, and I like if this was 1980, I would love his mentality. He had a Jim McMahon personality type of Jaden Dart. That's what I say. His personality is similar to, and of course, Jim McMahon is one in his own. The problem I got is if Shador Sanders would have did the same thing, we would have had a problem with it. Tasha said Andrew Berry will be Nico Harrison. He will take the fall for the decisions that they make at quarterback. They said, you know why Rex Ryan's still on ESPN? He's a white quarterback and Ryan is a black for black quarterbacks.
Rex Ryan's quarterback was Mark Sanchez. He needs to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, she said that Jaden Daniels' mom is his agent, so she could be on the field. I get that. She parade around there though, like she's more polarizing than her fucking son, but that's a whole nother situation. But anyway, I think with these guys, I think the quarterback decision in Cleveland has to be made on Monday morning. I agree with you. So I think that it has to be first thing Monday morning. And actually it could be Sunday for real, depending on how y'all want to cut it. Right after this game, you should know who your quarterback is, because both of them been with the number ones. You should know. But the other quarterback battle is in Vegas with the Vegas Raiders. I don't know if it's a battle more than it's just waiting and buying time for quarterback Francisco Mendoza to be the starter. He threw an interception before I get to you guys, he threw an interception and it was a late pass. He had time to throw it, and it got picked off, went back 80 yards. Now, when he got back in the game, he played outstanding after that interception. But it's the way that the media portrayed it. Oh, he's going to get better. Don't worry about those mistakes. It's how you bounce back. But then when Shador threw an interception, he threw one last week, and it was like, oh, how did he miss? How did he miss on that throw? Like, that's why he's a 5th-round pick. Like, why is the dialogue so different for quarterbacks depending on if you like him or not? So,
well, Mendoza's not black, but he's. I mean, how should I word this? He's not a brother, so it's going to be a little different. He's very likable. He's great on interviews, things of this nature. So they're going to make excuses for him. They're already talking about not playing this kid his rookie year because they don't want him to look bad because their offensive line is not good. And they need more weapons on the outside, and the division is tough. We don't want to make our rookie quarterback look bad. So, yeah, they're going to make excuses for this kid. Was it a late throw? Yeah. I mean, fuck, I've seen veteran quarterbacks make that same fucking mistake. Yeah, he made a mistake, and all quarterbacks would make a mistake at every single level. It's not like all of a sudden he gets seasoned and he's going to not make mistakes anymore. But, yeah, you know how it is, Jody, man. Like I said, we got to be different, man. Shador's got to reinvent football if he's going to get some love in this league.
And my thing is, I think if it was across the board, I think it was a mistake that can be fixed. I think that Mendoza plays too flat-footed for me. If you really look at it, he plays extremely flat-footed. He don't have feet that look like, and I guess it works for him. He won a national championship, but he plays a lot flat-footed, and he's late on a lot of throws because but that's something that can be fixed with a quarterback coach. I think that can be fixed. Ray, what do you think about that, man? Like, Mendoza throws a pick, and it's not the end of the world when you throw a pick, in my opinion. It's not the end of the world. But, Ray, the problem I got is the commentary, because I think Troy Aikman and Joe Buck was calling that game, and it was like, oh, you're going to have days like this. Don't even worry about it. But I just don't get the same sentiment when it's other quarterbacks like Shador Sanders that is doing things. It's like when he does something, it's the end of the world. But when somebody else, the Jackson Darts, you telling me, Ray, that he would have had the same response if Shador Sanders would have took a hit. First of all, unnecessary hit, and then would have came back in the game. What response would you think? What would the commentators be saying? What would media be saying?
Well, we know the commentary is going to be different. We know that they would have made that a bigger thing than it needed to be. Yeah, they wouldn't have had the same grace. We don't get the same grace. We're not allowed to make the same mistakes. I tell my sons, like, hey, you got to know the game. You got to know the game way better. You got to play it 10 times harder. And that's what we're up against. Because guess what? Didn't both Shador and Mendoza win Heisman Trophy?
No, Shador didn't.
No, Shador didn't. But he had a Heisman Trophy winner on his team, right?
Yeah.
But didn't Shador have over 4,000 passing yards?
Yeah.
But then didn't Mendoza only have like 2,500 last year?
He had over 3,000. Yeah,
it was over 3,000. You sure? Or
you
had the playoffs too?
Yeah, you had the playoffs to it, so he went over
3,001.
Okay. I'm talking about in the regular season because remember, the Heisman is a regular season thing, right? So we only count the regular season. So he only threw.
But he was undefeated.
He only threw for 2,500 yards. So I'm just looking at it from that perspective as a whole, right? Because there were some undefeated teams that, if you going by that logic, they could have won the Heisman.
Who?
You know, the year
who was undefeated?
The year that Buddy won the Heisman. What is his goddamn name? Travis Hunter. The year Travis Hunter won, like, they didn't go undefeated. Like, I'm just saying, like, we got to compare the same things and make sure that it's fair with the comparison. I just look at it where Shador is not allowed to make those mistakes. Other players are making those mistakes 150 times, and they're only getting half the criticism. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, we know about the criticism, and I just don't like how the media portrays a lot of things. And I think that is, to me, is just, I don't know, it is what it is with the media, like you said. And if you say something about it, if you're African American and say something about it, like we're saying something about it, then we get called racist like they did Ryan Clark. But if a white Caucasian speaks about the mistreatment of Shedeur Sanders, then they speak in the gospel, and they'll get 1 million people following them. That we could be saying the same exact thing, but who are you gonna follow? It seemed like that person invited to the cookout when they saying the same things we've been saying since day one. And we're not allowed to point it out, though. That's the problem. We're not allowed to point out the stuff that people are playing in our face with. And that's where we're gonna change it. I don't care. We're gonna be on this platform. We're gonna change the narrative because we see the mistreatment. We see that y'all playing in our face, and then y'all mad because we're speaking on, because y'all been playing in our face for a long time, especially when it comes about the black quarterback. Y'all been playing in our face for a long time, but now that we have a voice, and now it's like, if you do speak on it, you're racist. That's what they did to Ryan Clark. Everywhere I hear, he's racist. He's racist. Why? Because he's defending. But
you know what, Jody? Not only that, bro. Another thing that people that don't really know sports, there's a lot of people. They hear stuff on social media and they see clips online of certain things. They get their opinions from that instead of doing their own research. So they'll say the media saying this stuff about Shedeur Sanders. It must be true. I hear so many fucking idiots at my job say shit like that, but they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. They're just going off what they see on social media and clips from Sports Center, the Rex Ryans and stuff like that. So they don't know. They don't do the research. So talking about shit, they don't know what they're talking about. I try to keep professional at work, but sometimes I get upset because people say things of that nature. I have to say, hey man, look, you shouldn't be speaking about things you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. But the people do that though, man. That's how they get their information, and that's why people are so wrong about so many things in this world.
And that's what Against the Grain sport. That's where that's where the whole thought process Against the Grains came from. Is because I was tired of false narratives. I was tired of stuff that was not being true, being spewed out here. Because like you said, the media was spinning. And they're trying to, and pause, this is a pausable moment, Ray. You don't have to get the gavel. They're trying to force Josh Allen down our throat. They're trying to force feed us Josh Allen. And like I said, I love Josh Allen. He's a good, very good quarterback. But to say that he's the best quarterback when Patrick Mahomes is still the quarterback. Now, so my thing is this. If you're saying Patrick Mahomes is hurt, that's why you're not putting him as the best quarterback. That's one thing. But if he's healthy, he's going to be ready for week 1. Wouldn't he still be the #1 quarterback in the NFL? Wouldn't you still say that?
I would say that you about to be pissed off at me again. Cause I know how you are about Patty Mahomes. I would say they're 1A and 1B. They're actually very, very great quarterbacks, like you were saying. So I don't have a problem with people saying Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league. The dude's got shitload of talent. Let's not say he's not very, very, very good. He's not some fucking scrub and people are hyping up to be this great player, and he's not. Josh Allen is a very good quarterback in the league. So saying he's the best quarterback in the league, that really don't bother me. Being the best don't mean you're gonna win the Super Bowl though.
Ray, jump in real quick.
There's no way he's the best. He ain't even the second best quarterback in the league right now. Stop it.
Who's the second best?
Joe Burrow is better than him. Lamar Jackson. I got Josh Allen as number 4.
4, yeah, he's number 4 in the league. I'll give him number 4. And guess what? Might be controversial, but Jalen Hurts is number 5. Because guess what? He has the Super Bowl. So he's outplayed daggone Patrick Mahomes twice on the highest stage. So my thing is he gotta be up there.
That's not controversial. I agree. I'm not having no problem.
You know what I'm saying? Like, no, I ain't saying controversial to you. I'm just saying like people might think that because that's again narratives that are being put out there. The way people are trying to spin it, they're trying to spin it as if these guys. And my thing is, Josh Allen he's been forced upon us to make us believe that he's number 1 or number 2, and he's not. He's not. He lost to Bo Nix last year. He can never be number 1. And I got a Denver My Little Ponies fan over here. So you know what I'm saying. You know.
So my question is this, and I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna go to you, Sol, first.
Yes, sir.
So are you telling me talent? You said that Josh Allen is talent. I believe Josh Allen is hella talent.
Yeah.
But you telling me that he's more talented than Lamar Jackson? Like a talent, not wins or losses. Talent. He's more talented than Lamar Jackson.
They're right there. They're both.
No. This is against. You're gonna answer this question, so you're gonna answer. I'm forcing you to answer.
I would say yes because he has more arm talent than I think he made more throws than Lamar Jackson. Now I'm saying Lamar Jackson's not great, but I think he has more arm talent than Lamar Jackson. That's just my opinion.
Who faster?
We're talking track.
No, actually, I'm asking a question.
Yes, of course, Lamar Jackson's faster. He's black. Of course, he's faster.
That's not true. Who's more elusive?
I would say probably Lamar Jackson.
Okay.
Who's tough for the tackle? That would be Josh Allen.
Lamar Jackson is slippery. What are you talking about?
Josh Allen's he's not easy to tackle. He's a big motherfucker.
He got a little baby on.
What'd you say? What'd you say? He's slippery.
Hey, this dude said he's slippery. Hey, man, no.
He's slippery when he's wet.
And no.
Ray, this nigga said he's slippery when he's wet, nigga.
Hey, guess what? I'm glad. Hey, you lucky I ain't at the house. The gavel will be out.
You gotta keep one on you, bro. You gotta keep it with you at all times.
So Ray,
I do. I just can't bang it.
Yo, that's crazy work. I'm gonna ask you the same question, Ray.
Oh,
who
man.
Who is more talented, Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen?
Lamar Jackson.
So
that's not even no commentary to that one. That's just Lamar Jackson. Like, he can make all the throws in space. He's gonna make you look real silly. Is Josh Allen not talented? Is he not athletic? Absolutely. But to me, he's more of a more agile Ben Roethlisberger than, he looking for contact. Where Lamar Jackson gonna make you look real goofy, and he gonna be more like Mike Vick. He gonna have you. Oh, I thought he was going left, he went right type stuff. Like that's where he is. So they're not the same to me.
But honestly, I really do think this is a argument that can be had because I think they're both very, very. I'm not saying Lamar's not great. Believe me, that's not what I'm saying. But this is actually a legit argument that can be had instead of saying there's no way. Oh yeah, there's an argument for both sides. It really is.
Yeah. It is. Yeah. My thing is, I think Lamar Jackson, like my brother Jason Hefty Lefty said, Jackson more talented. And we're looking at the talent level, and so that's why when we start putting these quarterbacks in order, what are we doing? I told you I always do the concept of making a pot of gumbo on putting talent, how you win the game, your durability. You put all this stuff together, you mix it up, and that's how you get the best at any position.
Don't put seafood in my gumbo. I'm not a seafood guy.
Yeah, we could not put that in there. But the point, what I'm saying is, is like we talk about Lamar Jackson like he fell off. He got hurt.
Oh, no one's saying that.
No, it's a lot of people saying that this dude is 69. What do you mean? If people ain't saying he fell off.
Joey, I saw some ex-NFL players on the NFL Network. They were speaking about this top 100 list, and they said, man, when they handed it out in the locker room, I never paid much attention to that bullshit. I would just scribble some shit on the paper and hand it in. He said, man, no one really. It's not really. He says the whole thing's a fucking joke. It was an ex-NFL player saying that on the NFL Network just a few days ago.
So that's how I look at it. But the thing about it is, nowadays they want you to play the quarterback position the way they want you to play the quarterback position. But guess what? It doesn't work for everybody. The way that back in the day you used to go get your Troy Aikman type quarterbacks that used to do a 3 to 5 to 7 step drop back, not very mobile. The Drew Bledsoes of the world. Those are the guys that went #1 in the draft. The Peyton Mannings, but as the game has evolved, just like the NBA game has evolved. The NBA game has evolved. We used to see a lot of dunks and fast breaks. Now people on the fast break float out to the 3-point line. Yeah. There's guys that pass up layups and dunks to shoot a 3 on a fast break. We got guys that'll be by themselves pulling up for a 3-pointer on a fast break. That's the same way it is at the quarterback position. It has changed whether you like it or not. This is what the quarterback position is going to be about. You have to be mobile because these damn defensive ends are fast as fuck. These linebackers are running 4 3s and 4 4s. You can't have a quarterback like Kirk Cousins and Matthew Stafford's of the world. Those guys are dinosaurs. As you can see, they're the minority. The Sam Darnolds of the world, they're the minority at the quarterback position. Even if you're Caucasian, you need to have some type of mobility like a Josh Allen. You can't just like a Justin Herbert. You got to be mobile, at least mobile enough to not get fucking sacked on every play.
Joey, this is the first time on today's show that I agree with you 100%. And this is why I think Mendoza is not going to be that good. Did I say the name right? Mendoza. He's not going to be a great NFL quarterback. Like you said, he stands flat-footed. And that's going to be a problem. The defense man is going to tear his ass up. They're going to do what?
They're going to tear his ass up. They're going to tear him.
Did you hear that?
Yo,
They're
Ray,
gonna
did you?
tear his ass up, so he might as well get ready
Yo,
to get a lot
pause.
of man-on-man action in the
Yo,
NFL.
Hey,
What?
as long as he didn't say he was gonna tear, we good.
Not me.
Oh.
I'm not a defensive end.
If they do what they do, that's what they do. You know what I'm
Hey Ray,
saying?
if I was a defensive end, I'd tear his ass up too.
Hold on.
That's when it gets crazy. That's nasty work.
Hold on, hey Ray, look at Jason. He said, "Didn't you used to pull up for 3 on fast breaks because your J was pure?" Yo, why you bringing up the? So I'm the one that changed it. So it was money though, baby. It was money. It was like
I need to see video. Right now it's just all talk.
Hey, it's gonna be talk. We ain't have flip phones back
I need
then.
video, brother.
Hey, Jody look like Mitch on Paid Pool when he had to.
Hey Ray, what about my man from the movie with not with Denzel, but Wesley Snipes, in the light skinned brother? What's his name?
Hold on.
What's my man's name? What the fuck's that dude's name? New Jack City. Remember New Jack City when my man took that jump shot and they said it went in? That looked like that ball went in, bro. I think he missed that shit.
Hold on. Did y'all see what Jason just said?
What'd he say?
He said he loved tearing up tight ends.
So Jason said when he gets done, they're no longer tight. They are no longer tight when he gets done tearing them up.
All right.
Goose shit. Like an old baseball mitt after he get done with it.
Hey, I got y'all for a couple more minutes, and we're gonna finish up our segment.
That's all I need.
A couple more minutes, man.
I got y'all for a couple more minutes. Hey, man, what show am I on?
Hey, we gonna go.
After hours, baby.
We're gonna go contender or pretender AFC edition. We're gonna go contender or pretender AFC edition. Ray, we're gonna start off on the top of the list, and with our esteemed colleague next to you, we're gonna go with the Denver Broncos. Are the Denver Broncos contenders or pretenders?
I think they're contenders. Their defense is pretty good. They just got to find out what they're gonna do. If their running back is gonna be, they're gonna have a real running back or not. But yeah, I think they're contenders.
Okay. Solon Sport, what do you think? Contenders or pretenders? The Denver Broncos.
Definitely contenders. Like Ray said, their defense is legit. Bo Nix had another year in the Sean Payton offense, and they picked up another offensive weapon, Jalen Waddle. So if he can stay healthy, this team can be very scary. So definitely contenders.
Okay. Hey, what's up, Kathy? She said sorry she's late, but she said F the Bungles. I don't know what kind of relationship Ray and Kathy has, but appreciate you tuning in, of course.
She said Bungles.
Good to you, Kathy.
I think the Denver Broncos are definitely contenders. I mean, the Denver Broncos have all the intangibles to win not only the division, but win the Super Bowl. Defensively, what I do think about their defense, they got to get stronger in the middle. I think they're up the middle. They have a defense that is predicated on scoring a lot of points and having edge rushers on the outside, kind of built like the old school Indianapolis Colts when they had Peyton Manning. Remember they had Peyton Manning and they had Dwight Freeney and Robert Mathis. They used to pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. That's what Denver does. That's why they led the lead in sacks as a defensive unit, because I think they even have more sacks than the Houston Texans, or they were right around about the same. So
yeah,
that's what I think, man. I think Denver has to be stronger in the middle because you do got Patrick Mahomes back, so you don't have, you're not gonna have an easy game against those guys. What's up, Asia? What's up, sis? What's up? She nasty. I ain't even about to.
Hey, what that say? What that say?
You be up the middle.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I'm going back to you. Next one. Kansas City Chiefs, contender or pretender?
Well, any team that has a healthy Patrick Mahomes, they're going to be contenders. If he's healthy, even though his knee looks a little crooked to me, I think going to be just fine. We'll see what Travis Kelce has left in the tank. Yeah, so as long as they got Patrick Mahomes, they're going to be good. His knee don't look right, bro. I think he's rushing him back, but hopefully I'm wrong. But yeah, definitely contenders. Okay.
Ray, Kansas City, contender, pretender.
I think it's over for them. I think they're pretenders.
Wow.
Woo! Fight.
I'm gonna be controversial today, baby. I think they're pretenders. I think it's over for them. I mean, I know it's hard. I know it's definitely hard to go against Patrick Mahomes, but I think it's over.
It's amazing that one.
Stop now.
It's amazing that this nigga missed the playoffs one time, and now he can't play football. They can't play football anymore. This dude went to the damn 7 straight seasons, no less than the AFC Championship game. And they rebuilt. They got a better running back in Kenneth Walker. This is the best running back they done had since Patrick Mahomes been the quarterback. This is the best running back they had. They finally get the dude that the hit and run nigga and Rasheed Rice.
He's Texas boys are wild, bro.
We know when he plays, he's an elite wide receiver, can be at least elite talent. Xavier Worthy, and then Travis Kelce. He just married Taylor Swift. He had a couple cupcakes at the wedding, but what we forgetting is that the defense is really good still, and they still got the same head coach, and they bring Eric Bieniemy back. They still got Spagnuolo on the defensive side of the ball. The Kansas City Chiefs haven't had this nucleus, the same nucleus like this back since they won the Super Bowl, which was just a couple years ago. And then Jason said, "Don't underestimate Eric Bieniemy returning." So me and Jason was thinking the same. So I say contender. All right, Ray, the LA Chargers, the other team, the other white meat. The other white meat. Contender or pretender?
Pretender.
Okay. So?
Contenders. Because I do like the moves they made in the offseason with their new offensive coordinator. I think he's going to help out their quarterbacks. So yeah, I think they're contenders in the division. I wouldn't be shocked if they won the division this year.
You talking about the same guy that was doing the patty cake plays in Miami?
He's no longer. I don't think he's a good head coach. I think he's a good offensive coordinator. So I think he has a good fit there. Our head coach is not his thing.
Did you see the plays that he was calling last year?
That was last year, brother.
Plus, he was the head coach, and now he can strictly focus on the offense. Jason said Mike McDaniels is cooked. Kathy said pretender. Jay said the brother called. He said can call an offense. I'm gonna go with pretenders, and this is why I'm gonna go with pretenders because I'm one of those.
He's a brother.
The reason, yeah, he was. He is. My thing is, the reason why I say that they're pretenders is because until Justin Herbert showed me anything other than what he showed me, you're gonna have to show me. We got to go to Missouri. Y'all got to move the Chargers to Missouri because this is show me state. And until he can show me something on the field, rather than okay, you played tough, you played with a broken hand, whoop the fucking do. Like win a fucking game. Like, do you want a prize because you went out there injured? Win a fucking game with the Chargers. Win a playoff game. And while we cover up how bad the Chargers have played when they do get to the playoffs with Justin Herbert, but we put CJ Stroud under a fucking microscope that he played bad. But I digress. Jason said Justin Herbert should have been a closer in baseball. He said you got to call bullshit when it's Tua. He said you had no chance or touch. So, okay. So we're going to go to the Houston Texans. Solo Sports. Houston Texans, contender or pretender?
Oh, definitely contenders. That to me, for my money, they got the best defense in the league. Upgraded their running position with Montgomery. They got him over from Detroit. And hopefully, my man, CJ Stroud, I'm pulling for him this year. Hopefully, he just realizes he has an elite level defense over there. Just like the quarterback from the Seattle Seahawks last year that won the Super Bowl. You don't have to be a world beater to win the Super Bowl. Just play your role. Don't fuck the game up, and he can go to a Super Bowl with that defense they got.
Okay. Jason said they're contender.
Yeah.
Ray, contender or pretender to Houston Texans?
Contenders. Did you see CJ Stroud, man? He cut the braids off, bro. You know
yeah, he got the S curl.
Hairline went back.
S curl.
Hairline went back about 3 inches, but sure, you know what I'm saying? I think he I think he gonna come out. He gotta play good this year, but that defense is elite, so they're gonna always be in the contending spot.
Kathy said contender. I definitely believe they're contenders. I thought they could have won last year. Do y'all know that this defense brought back all 11 starters from last year? You have the number one defense in football, and you bring back all 11 starters. Not to mention you add McDonald, the defensive tackle from the Ohio State Buckeyes. You add him. Man, listen, bro. That defense, and then you get Tank Deal to come back. Hopefully, Nico Collins could play a whole year. You got David Montgomery at the running back, and they drafted this offensive lineman out of Georgia Tech that's going to move to center. That's going to help out tremendously. They did lose they lost what's his name, Hutchinson, the wide
Yeah.
receiver. They lost him for the season. Hopefully somebody can step up. Maybe they can find somebody in the free agent market, free agent pool to come in and help at the wide receiver position. But like you said, so all you gotta do is protect the football. Sometimes a punt could be your best play.
Yes,
So
sir.
I think that the Texans are a contender. Jason said, like Chuck Cecil. He said
Chuck
that,
Cecil.
he said, they the white safeties are enforcers. He think they got Blankenship. They got Blankenship from the Philadelphia Eagles.
Oh, okay.
So Ray, one just Barbara Lindsay, the Jacksonville Jaguars, contender or pretender?
Jacksonville. Ooh. I think they can be contenders. I think they could be contenders. I think they played solid last year. If they can duplicate that, I think they can be contenders this year.
Okay. So what do you think?
Yes, I think they can be contenders as well. As long as they figure out a role for Travis Hunter. That I don't know if they really, really know what this kid's going to bring to this roster. Are they going to play him more at wide receiver or at corner? I don't know. That's probably still up in the air. But I like the weapons they have on offense, and their defense played well last year. So I'm gonna go contenders.
Jason said pretenders, and I'm gonna agree with my brother. They're pretenders in my opinion. The reason why I say they're pretenders in my opinion is because the fact that they don't have Travis Etienne, he is now a New Orleans Saint, and I think that was one of their heart and souls of their offense. And I don't know what happened to Brian Thomas Jr. Y'all talk about Marvin Harrison Jr. not playing well, but we're not talking about Thomas not playing well. It's crazy how we select who we want to say is not good and the other one gets a pass. But nevertheless, I think that's a problem for those the Jacksonville Jaguars. I think they had a one-off season. I think they had a great season. They had a home playoff game and losing to the Buffalo Bills, a game they should have won. But I got them as pretenders. I'm still not sold on Trevor Lawrence as of yet. Sold on sports.
Yes,
the
sir.
Indianapolis Colts, contender or pretender?
They're another team that has a good defense. I like their defense. They can run back their quarterback. Jody's favorite guy, Danny Dimes, is back on the center. I'm a little worried about their wide receivers. They got rid of Michael Pittman. They traded him to Pittsburgh, and they have a white wide receivers that's their number ones, and that's always questionable. Kind of like having a white corner. But we'll see. I would say pretenders because that division is pretty tough. I think Jacksonville and Houston are better than them. So I'm gonna go pretenders.
Okay, Kathy said pretender for both of them. Jason said pretender. Ray, what do you think for the Colts? Contender or pretender?
Pretenders. The only thing they got going for them is Jonathan Taylor. He's gonna do his thing, but outside of that,
I'm gonna go with pretenders as well. I think that I like Tyler Warren at the tight end position. I think he had a great rookie campaign. We know and love Jonathan Taylor. He just got paid, so how motivated will he be after already getting his money and having such a great career up to this point? Let's see what Sauce Gardner do, guys. They gave up 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner. Is he going to be that elite corner that we loved his first 2 years, or is he going to kind of get his money like Larry Allen? Larry Brown. Is he going to be like Larry Brown, get his money, and then go to the Oakland Raiders and nobody heard from him ever again?
Well, I think Sauce Gardner is actually good. I think Larry Brown just was in the right spot at the right time. It's like, ooh, interception. Look at this. Keep giving me the damn ball.
Hey, remember, like, piece of candy.
Whoa, shit.
Piece of candy. All right. So on sports, we got the Baltimore Ravens, contender or pretender?
Definitely pretenders. This is my pick to go to the Super Bowl in the AFC. They're contenders big time for them concerned. I like Lamar. He seems motivated coming into this season. New head coach, new outlook on life. I think the Baltimore Ravens are going to go to the Super Bowl this year, so I definitely got them as contenders.
Okay. Very enthusiastic
response.
Ray, what do you think? Contender or pretender for the Ravens?
I would say contenders, but they got to get it done this year. This the year they got to get it done. But yeah, I would say contenders.
Kathy said pretender. My man Eagles Philly in the. He said, "Good afternoon, good brother. Keep doing your thing. Stay safe, stay blessed." What's going on, my boy? All the way from Philadelphia, PA, in the building.
The Eagles suck.
Oh, I'm not.
Y'all say that out loud?
He said it out loud. That was not me. That was him.
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry.
But my thing, guys, for real, I got them as contenders, of course. As long as Lamar Jackson is under center, you got a chance to win. Derrick Henry's on that roster. Zay Flowers just got paid. As long as they tight ends can catch passes by the goal line, they might be okay. Yeah.
What are the tight ends catching? Catching
Balls.
a task. What'd you say, pass?
But you know what? What we're not mentioning is they got Trey Hendrickson. So I forgot
Oh
they
yeah, I
had
forgot
him.
about that. Yeah, they did. Yep.
So they got somebody on all three levels. They got Trey Henderson, and then that one guy I can't never Manabu. I can't never say his name, but he's back finally healthy. The guy that led them in sacks the last couple of years. Roquan Smith in the middle of that defense, and of course they got Kai Hamilton and Marlon Humphreys in that secondary. So yeah, new head coach. I don't know about Super Bowl. It's hard for a rookie head coach to go Super Bowl. I don't know about Super Bowl, but I definitely believe that they're going to be contenders. Ray, more than just a Barber Lindsay. My God, my God. The Cincinnati Bengals, contender or pretender?
Um, no,
Say it with your chest,
contenders,
Ray.
contenders for sure. Like,
Okay.
I really feel like they can do it. I think they address the issues that they needed to address on the defensive side. As long as Joe Burrow start getting that ball out of his hand a little bit quicker, I think they can go all the way.
Okay. So what do you think?
As long as Glass Joe from the boxing game stays upright, the Bengals are contenders. We all know this dude's legit in their defense. They gave him a defense this year, so they can't use that for an excuse. I don't think so. So yeah, I'm gonna go contenders. I'm assuming Glass Joe been drinking his milk in the offseason, keeping his bones healthy. So yeah, I'm gonna go contenders.
Okay. Kathy said Lamar Jackson's going to fall apart if they don't get to the playoffs, and she called the Bengals pretenders. I don't know what
Imagine that.
Imagine that. I don't know what that's about. Me personally, I think the Bengals are contenders. But this is the thing. We keep saying, what if this guy, what if that? I don't want to hear shit out of anybody from Cincinnati, fans, organizations. Y'all have zero fucking excuses this year. I don't want to hear, because y'all ain't made the playoffs in 3 years. And I don't want to hear, oh, Joe Burrow. I don't give a fuck if Joe Burrow get hurt or not. Y'all know that this motherfucker gets hurt, so get a backup quarterback in town. That you can never use the players getting hurt or why you can't be successful if you see that this is an abrupt injury and we never seen it. You know that Joe Burrow's Glass Joe, like Soul says. So you're gonna have to lean on Joe Flacco as your backup to win enough games. I don't want to hear anybody say that, oh, this year they don't have success, at least make the playoffs. I don't want to hear nobody in Cincinnati say shit, because that'll be 4 years y'all don't make the playoffs with an elite quarterback. That makes absolutely no fucking sense. So
I
it's
agree
contender.
1,000%.
Contender, fucking contender. Because they got my boy over there, Dexter Lawrence the second. Remember, I told you a couple years ago, I feel like he was the best. I don't even want to play him. Don't want to fucking play him. So
yeah.
I don't. Jason said Zach is still there, so he said they may be pretenders.
Hot seat, nigga. Hot seat.
His seat is
the motherfucking nuclear right now.
Mo should have been
He's been
smoking
hot
for the
since
last 3 years.
3 years.
Hey Ray, down here, my wife has leather seats in her car. You know, it's 150 degrees. So when you get in the car with that leather seat, that's how hot that motherfucking seat is right now. Boy, I tell you what.
And it should be.
I think Jody froze up.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Ray, the Pittsburgh Steelers, pretenders or contenders?
Pretenders. I don't believe in Aaron Rodgers anymore. I know they're trying to get pieces around him. Let's just go ahead and get the Will Howard era going, and just let's stop the bleeding. I'd rather for the bleeding to stop now than for 2-3 years down the road.
Okay. So what do you think?
Pretenders 100%. I don't like Ray said, I don't trust Aaron Rodgers. He's not a trustworthy type guy. All he does is talk shit and live off his past. That's not going to happen. Their defense ain't even the same anymore. It's aging defense, and now there's talk of even trading Joey Porter Jr. from the roster. So I don't think this team is going to win more than 6 games.
Okay. Kathy said pretender. I'm going to agree they're pretenders. I thought they were pretenders last year. They snuck into the playoffs because
got lucky.
Because the fucking Ravens kicker liked to touch the secret places of people, and he wasn't on the roster, because if they had their kicker, their original kicker, they would have never had a problem with that. So I think that they're pretenders. They got rid of their head coach and Mike Tomlin, who a guy that has never had a losing season. I don't know how you get rid of a guy like that, or whatever it was that they did. I think he walked away from football. Definitely pretenders, in my opinion. I think the defense is old and very long in the tooth. Cam Hayward is still great. You know, TJ Watt is still great. Now, you got Jalen Ramsey. You got a lot of elder statesmen on that defensive side of the ball. The only youth y'all really have on there is the guy that y'all signed from Wisconsin, the D tackle, Bennett. That I believe that's a defensive tackle now. I think he's going to be the future. And you got Joey Porter Jr. is one of the most underrated cornerbacks in the NFL. This guy's a lockdown cornerback, but I still got him as pretenders, guys. Keeping it moving. Soul on Sports, the Buffalo Bills, contenders or pretenders?
Definitely contenders. They'll be in the AFC Championship game. It's going to be prime time. Lamar versus Josh Allen, who gets to the first Super Bowl. So I got them as contenders this year.
Negative.
So who beats Kansas City?
God damn, Ray.
So who hold on, who beats Kansas City? Because neither one of them niggas can beat Kansas City. So who beats them?
Joe,
Patrick
like
Mahomes' knee needs an alignment. I'm telling you, that knee ain't right yet. So I don't think he's gonna be what we thought he's gonna be.
So his knee not right, but Daniel Jones is good. Boy,
I mean, bro, Daniel Jones. Wait a minute. What's Daniel Jones got to do with it?
Daniel Jones got hurt.
For being a
no, because Daniel Jones got hurt before fucking Patrick Mahomes got hurt.
I understand that, but that don't make everyone heals differently.
Okay, but so Daniel Jones is Wolverine and Patrick Mahomes can't get healed. Come on, man, y'all.
Who said he can't get healed? Like, what are you?
But you just said his knee don't look right, but Daniel Jones looks great.
I ain't seen pictures of Daniel Jones' knee because no one gives a fuck about Daniel Jones. But I have seen photos of Patty Mahomes' knee. It looks a little crooked, bro. It needs an alignment. Daniel Jones' knee is not on no one's hot list. His wife don't even look at his knees.
So basically, you're a doctor now. Okay, doctor.
Yeah, Dr. Pepper.
Okay, Dr. J.
I said Dr. Pepper.
So, you Ray, what do you think? The Buffalo Bills contenders or pretenders?
They're contenders, but when they get to the playoffs, they're pretenders. So, I mean, pretender.
Okay. What's up, my man Jamario Nelson in the building? He's a Atlanta Falcon fan, true and true.
Sorry.
Yeah, it definitely is unfortunate.
It's okay.
But,
does he have his Tua jersey yet?
You better. I would take it back. I wonder if you get a refund because they might cut that motherfucker.
Hey,
he gonna get a
jersey with Tua and Penix on both sides,
and he gonna have a discount on Affleck.
But I think the Bills, to me, and they're not even just. I think they're pretenders, man. I think they make the playoff. I think that's the norm for them because of the division. They only got to really worry about one team in that division. You only got to really worry about the New England Patriots. Everybody keeps saying that Moore is the answer at the wide. DJ Moore is the answer at the wide receiver position, but Josh Allen had receivers. He done had Stephon Diggs and still couldn't get shit done. I think that he's a phenomenal talent. And I just think defensively they're not better. Matt Milano is Ed Oliver, guys like that. They're not what we thought they were going to be on that defensive side because Matt Milano had a lot of injuries, and then Ed Oliver is injury prone as well. I don't know, man. I'm not sold on Buffalo, man. I'm not sold on Buffalo, man. I'm gonna go with pretenders for the Buffalo Bills. I don't think they go to the AFC Championship by no stretch of the imagination. I think Kansas City will beat them. Ravens will beat them. The Houston Texans will beat them. The Denver Broncos will beat them. I don't know, man. I'm not sold on them. Not saying that they can't be good. The expectations for Buffalo for me is Super Bowl, and I just don't think that they're a Super Bowl contender.
And Jody, that's why I said pretender, because again, we're looking at the expectation. What is the expectation? We've seen them get to the playoffs. We've seen them lose in the first round. We've seen them lose in the second round. Heck, had they made it to the AFC Championship yet?
Yeah, they missed.
Yeah, they lost Kansas City, right?
Yeah, they lost Kansas City. Yeah.
So in that, it's like the next step. The expectation is for them to at least make it to the Super Bowl, and I just don't see them doing that. So that's why I would definitely say pretender. But again, if you make it to the playoffs, most teams don't make it to the playoffs. When was the last time the Jets made it to the playoffs?
I think they're the last team in the NFL that has made it to I think they haven't made it since 2011, right? So
Yeah, so it's been 15 years since the last time they made it to the playoffs, right? So it's not like a foregone conclusion, like you make it, every team makes it. No, they don't. You know what I'm saying? Heck, the Bengals ain't made it in three seasons. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like everybody just makes it. So you got to really be on point. They make it almost every year.
Right.
So
Yeah. Since he been
they gotta
started.
win the Super Bowl. They gotta make it to the Super Bowl at least.
Okay. So on sports, last but not least, we got the New England Patriots. Contenders or pretenders? They represented the AFC in the Super Bowl last year and got destroyed by Seattle. But what do you think? Contenders or pretenders?
They snuck up on teams last year because no one expected them to have a good season. They had a really easy schedule last year. I still think they are semi-contenders. I don't think they're going to win this division. The schedule's going to be a little tougher, but I still make them as a playoff team.
Hold on. So ain't you the one that said that there's no such thing as an easy schedule?
I never said that. No, we talked about how the Patriots had an easy schedule. No, the Patriots.
You said I never said that.
Never said that.
No, hell no. They had a cakewalk schedule last year.
Okay, I didn't know that was such thing. Ray,
yeah,
contenders.
We agreed on this.
I'm joking with you.
Wait, Joe. Now, see, Joe, you trying to start a fight with me because I already told you I'm gonna come up there and kick your ass. You keep throwing my teams out there with them fucking losses. I see you posting that shit. I'm gonna pull up.
Hey, so stop somebody and you won't be on the highlight.
Hey, you want to show that Damian Thomason scoring a touchdown on my team, but you didn't show that fucking holding from that left guard on that play.
Man, tell Ryan Clark to make a tackle.
Throw the flag.
Hey, tell Ryan Clark to make a tackle. He was 1-on-1. He didn't make the play.
I know.
And he stiff-armed the shit out of Ryan Clark.
I know. He sure the fuck did. They were talking about that on the show, too.
That's crazy work. Kathy said pretender. Ray, last but not least, the New England Patriots, are they contenders or pretenders?
Pretenders.
Okay.
Hey.
I look at this. This is the thing. It's hard for a team to go back to the Super Bowl and represent any conference. And I think that I would say they're contenders still. I do think that they got some good offensive weapons. But this is something that we're not talking about. Why the fuck is it we're not talking about Mike Vrabel and his fucking off the field escapades? Why is that not a topic? We done swept that shit under the rug. Like, no, but why are we not talking about that, guys?
Because he don't go ahead, Ray. I'll let you handle that first.
Those got swept up under the rug like the fouls. I ain't gonna even say which ones. Y'all know which ones.
Robert Kraft got some cool, brother.
I'm about to say Robert Kraft got that mug up out of here, just like we ain't talked about his stuff, but we was talking about the John Watsons. That happened in the same year.
So what do you think?
They still bring it up from time to time, but I tell you what, if the Patriots start playing bad, they're gonna bring that shit up again. It's all based on if they winning football games, because they start losing. Well, I wonder if he's distracted. He's probably having his wife probably kicking his ass at home. She's still mad about all the extra shit he was doing. So yeah, but you're right, they kind of hiding it. I'm not surprised, but that was Mike Tomlin. We all know would be a hot subject every single day.
Bro, he bought his wife a hoodie from the airport. that was his apology gift.
Was it a nice hoodie?
You make millions. You bought your wife
airport hoodie.
Airport fucking hoodie.
Did he put a bunch of money in the hoodie? I don't understand.
How many nice hoodies have you seen at the airport? Unless they got a Lululemon in it.
Listen, Ray, so nigga Kobe Bryant had to buy his wife's mother a fucking house.
I guess the moral of the story is marry a simple woman. That way you can get a hoodie and make her happy, right?
Hey, no, look, let's talk about it. Tiger Woods gave up a house and it was some crazy figure. She tore the house down and rebuilt it on the same land just so I don't know what you did in this house.
Damn, that's fucking cold.
Listen, bro.
She did him dirty.
King Minks in the building, fellas, all the way from Memphis, Tennessee in the building. What's up, my guy? Yeah, man. Listen, man. I don't, and I'm not the one to gossip. For that show, I ain't the one to gossip. But on some real shit, if this was Tony Dungy or anybody else, we would be talking about this, and we'll be talking about if this man was gonna keep his job or not. let's keep it all the way real. We'll be talking about if it was certain individuals. We'll be talking if this motherfucker gonna keep his job. Somebody in the same city but it was a different sport. Lost his fucking job for down there the same thing.
Nah, a little different.
Hold on. Hear me out. It's not just about the cheating aspect. It's the fact that you got inside information that either you can give or she can give to you. So let's get at that's breaching of confidentiality on certain things. She's gonna be able to get stories that nobody else can get. Because when he about to let, all you gotta do is be like, so what's going on in the Patriot locker room? She gonna tell it all. Come on, man. That's gonna make her this much of a better reporter. And it's like we just sweep the shit up under the rug like nobody gives a fuck. Go ahead, son. Go ahead, Ray.
He was gonna be like, I should have started Drake May week 1.
Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, and I know we being facetious, but it's more than just the cheating aspect when it comes to this shit. That's why I keep trying to tell people it's not just about him fucking with her. It's the fact that now she has inside information and he has inside information on shit that the average person don't have because of their relationship.
But Jody, this is let's keep it a buck. That happens all the time, whether it's an infidelity moment or not. It happens all the time. So this isn't new. They just got caught. But this is the thing. To me, it ain't the cheating that is the thing that bothers me. It was the lying part about it. It was how they lied about it once all the stuff like really hit the fan. It was like, oh no, that wasn't me. Oh, we came with two different groups. Oh, he was with his guy friend group and I was with it, and then we drove down and met up with him. No, bro, stop lying. Y'all lied.
They've been fucking for years. Let's keep it real.
Absolutely.
They've been fucking for years. Like
yeah,
I think
that was just the time y'all popped out and got caught.
I think they've been fucking since he was a Tennessee coach.
They said that her son is named Michael too.
Whoa,
that's great. That's even crazy. I'm serious. That's her son's name too. I'm like, what the fuck, man?
So speaking real quick before I get you guys out of here, I know y'all got a nice Saturday planned. I can't leave without talking about this though, guys. I cannot leave it out. So the Dallas Cowboys are in the fucking news yet again, and they brought this problem to them. So you know they just signed future Hall of Famer Von Miller, right? They just brought him as a free agent. Well, CeeDee Lamb, the superstar wide receiver for the Dallas Cowboys, was called out at a local nightclub with Von Miller's ex-girlfriend / kid's mom. I'm gonna tell y'all this before I even get started. I'm gonna let Soul get in on this and tell me your thought process on this. If this is true, which it is all right now, it looks to be true, I think Von Miller gets cut next week. So go ahead, tell me what you think about this.
Why would they cut him behind us?
It's gonna be some bullshit in the locker room.
I don't know. I mean, it seems like these guys share women in professional sports. You see the same groups of women bounce around all these different players. So Von Miller probably don't care that dude's dating his ex. I don't think he might not even give a shit.
Nigga, that's the same one he got in trouble with because Bull was knocking her off.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying. I don't think it's going to be an issue. I really don't. I think they'll be just fine. I mean, I don't see them cutting him just because the dude smashed. Now, if they start fighting in the locker room, that's different. I don't think it's going to get to that. I really don't. Von Miller likes hitting women. He doesn't like hitting men. Maybe quarterbacks. Maybe quarterbacks a little bit.
He got a good point. Hey, why did Jason say Tony Dungy ain't getting no side box?
No, he's not.
Kathy said they've been talking about they don't talk about Robert Kraft. She says, they sweep that under the rug. Why did King Mink say Lamb is the new Bobby Womack?
Bobby Womack was a demon.
That nigga.
That nigga showed up to his dead man's funeral with the dude's suit on
with his suit and his wife.
Nigga, that's demon time.
But this is the crazy part about it. How you make a song saying, I wish he wouldn't trust me so much?
My goodness.
It's a lot of dirty macking out here, bro. I could never participate in dirty macking. I ain't trying to say I'm the most suave motherfucker, but I ain't never had to do no shit like that. And then my reputation
Exactly.
speaks for itself. If you come to dating, ain't nobody, and can't nobody be like, well, Jody, man, he said, no, I don't have to. I never even mentioned, I never even mentioned that you got a girl. I ain't interested in him. I'm interested in you. But go ahead, Ray. What do you think about this situation?
Hold on. We talked about a whole lot since then. What?
CD Leon dating
Oh,
Von Miller's ex girl.
Von Miller. Oh, you saying that he'll be cut by next week? I doubt if they cut him. I definitely think this is gonna be some bull in the locker room. But at the end of the day, I don't think that they care enough about that. And then you got to think Jerry Jones is Jerry Jones is a different breed, so he's not going to just give up a guy because he's too stubborn and too bullheaded to think that, oh, I'm still gonna make this work. And so he likes that the Cowboys is in the news. He likes that there's controversy. So he's going to play on that. So his team is mentioned on Sports Center, on Bleacher Report, on Fox News, Fox Sports. He loves this stuff. So he's not cutting nobody.
I was joking about the cut part, but
Yeah.
Kimmy said Womack also took Ron Isley's girl. Wow. This is the thing.
Mr. Big's girl got took too.
Yeah, remember R. Kelly took her too. Remember?
He bit on the down.
That nigga probably his stroke game must not be that good. Everybody taking this fucking girl shit.
Never mind. I ain't gonna say nothing about that.
I'm just saying you can't keep letting your girl get took, nigga. If your stroke game strong. Anyway, this situation could get muddy though, man. We seen the AJ Brown, Hassan Reddick situation, and that maybe fucked up a dynasty in Philadelphia. You see what I'm saying? Because you got to think about it. Hassan Reddick had just came off a season where he had double-digit sacks, and then he gets shipped off to the Jets. We didn't know why. Now we do. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, AJ Brown ultimately didn't want to be an Eagle no more. You know what I'm saying? Because guys' feelings get hurt over women. Regardless if you get hurt over women, that don't mean that these guys they got feelings too. Guys got feelings too, and I think that his ex-girlfriend, and I want to say it's his baby mom, if she's parading around town, she knows what she's doing too. Like, there's got to be some responsibility there. You know that he just got signed with the Dallas Cowboys. Why are y'all out in public? No, I mean, I don't know, man. And ain't nobody just gonna be out in public at a club if they ain't already smashing. So I don't know, man. She might be on demon time too. Like, we can't just put it all on Von Miller or CD Lamb because she know that he just became a Cowboy.
Hey, and Jody, this might be the reason why he been putting paws on her.
No, we're not. We're not talking. Retract that. There's no reason for any man to put pause on anybody.
No, Jody. No, listen what I'm saying. I ain't saying it was right. I'm not condoning it. I'm just saying maybe this is the reason why. Maybe she has a history of this.
She must have that ill nana, man.
Ill nana.
Hey, no nana ill enough for me to crash out. That's for damn sure.
Hey, speak before we go. Speaking on that, we got another. Jesus, what NFL players, bro? Can y'all keep y'all fucking hands off these women? So the wide receiver for the Baltimore Ravens, Rashard Bateman, he was in custody for another domestic violence. Now, I don't have all the details. I just know that he had broke his baby mama's or girlfriend's window. So he has a domestic violence charge. Of course, more stories and more reports are going to come out. So, man, what's up with these dudes, man, putting their hands on these women? Like, we got the James Pierce Jr. situation, the Von Miller. We got a lot of domestic violence, and like you said, there's got to be some nuance. There's got to be some content to these discussions. But at the end of the day, you're putting your hands or harming a woman. What's going on with these players, bro?
You can't blame everything on CTE. I know we like to do that when it comes to these football players, bro. Like my grandmother told me, keep your hands to yourself. Putting your hands on somebody else is never, especially of the opposite sex, is never going to end well. That goes for men putting their hands on women, and women putting their hands on men. Don't put your hands on somebody. If it's that bad, just take a commercial break. You go outside, relax, because it's not going to end well for you, brother. And apparently, Jody and Ray, this happened months ago, but for some reason, all of a sudden, his name was in trade rumors because Houston trying to get them another wide receiver. All of a sudden, oh, by the way, this nigga hit his girl a few months ago. Not this that picture they showed you from months ago. Why is it just not coming out? I don't understand. You would think that would be TMZ would have had posted that picture within minutes. I don't know. I don't get it. But yeah, keep your hands to yourself, man. Stop doing this bullshit. And please, just there's plenty of women fish out there in the sea. No need to crash out over these women. These brothers are very tender dick nowadays.
Haven't the Baltimore Ravens had enough with players hitting their girl a la Ray Rice? Like, haven't we learned our lesson? Justin Tucker up here touching girl.
Out, boy.
They actually drafted a guy that had allegations of his past. Mike, I think Green, the defensive end.
Yeah,
he actually had allegations of doing it. I'm gonna get to Ray in just a second. Kathy said, "Look, they pass. They look past. They said they look past around women. Look at a deck of cards. How many women sleep around with other famous players?" Talking about Kathy has said that. Jason said, "Hell, Jerry might knock her off." Talking about the girl. He said that man said he loves himself some glory hole. Wait, what? What, Jason?
Jerry like the big. Never mind.
Then King said Jimmy Johnson mad at the Cowboys, especially Jerry Jones. Kathy said, "Look, football players have girls in every port, just like the song Traveling Man by Ricky Nelson." And then Jay came the chef in the base said somebody needs to tell women to keep their hands to themselves. Also, nobody talks about how women get upset and go straight hit men. And let's talk about that for a second. So Ray, what do you think about that situation where Bateman, like Soul said, this is old information, but he could be suspended. And don't forget about the Josh Jacobs situation that he had with the Instagram model. And he's back to practice now. Talk to me about that, and let's talk about that is dialogue right there. We got a couple minutes to talk about a little dialogue on men NFL with it seemed like they play a violent sport, but they got to keep their hands to themselves.
I feel like this. It could be one or two ways. I do believe that there are instances where dudes who need to there's a lot of instances where dudes need to keep their hands to themselves. But at the same time, I do believe that there's a lot of instances where people lie all the time. We've seen in movies, you know what I'm saying, that they didn't just make that up. Where a female will go ahead and act like she got beat up, injure herself, and it was really her doing that, and she blamed it on the guy. We see it all the time. Yes, I think everybody should keep their hands to themselves. But these guys who don't, like Soul said, they definitely tender, and they get upset, they get in their feelings, real quick, and they start to show. They start to show this. Dude, like I don't condone nobody putting their hands on no woman. I'm a defender of women. I'm gonna defend women to the day I die. But at the same time, sometimes women gotta quit putting themselves in positions to allow a guy. You see abusive behavior. Some people do when they see it. So why would you date a guy who, and then females think it's cute. Oh, he's just protective of me. He don't let nobody mess around with me. But he gonna put his hands on you because a dude looked at her. Like, come on, man. Like that to me is weak. And at the same time, women can't play the victim when they make themselves available for those things. Those you know that this is gonna get this guy mad. You're provoking him, and then when you get what you're looking for or what you wasn't looking for, then it's a problem. Or you hold it over their head until he, so you can control him. I've seen it all. I've seen both, and it's a messed up situation.
All right. Jay Kane said assault is assault, no matter who initiates it. Kimi said women do hit men. I seen it, and my homie got hit by his girlfriend because he slept with her cousin and auntie. Yo, that's crazy work. I'm gonna go ahead and say it like this. There's absolutely no situation where anybody puts their hands on themselves, especially men. I say especially men, especially because you're a lot stronger. You train every fucking day to go against another guy that's 300 pounds and you lifting 400 pounds and you squatting 600 pounds. I don't think it's women out here that's doing those particular things. So you already know what damage you can do to a woman, even if she hits you Sometimes I know it's easier said than done, but you have to remove yourself from the situation. But this is the problem I got with Jay said I love putting my hands on. He said I love putting my hands on myself. Wait,
A little self-assault.
Because really, that's what you
oh.
said, Jody. You did say
I
putting
was
your hands
yeah,
on yourself.
you did. Yeah, you did say that.
But I said what I meant to say.
I know
What
what
I
you.
meant to
I know
say
what
is
you meant.
keep your hands to yourself. But this is the thing. This is the problem I'm having with these situations. It's always something after the fact when the situation seemed like it was calmed down. So when you're chasing the girl down and you're stalking her and you're ramming your car into her car or you're going to her house or residence, that becomes beyond, physical assault because now you're menacing and stalking and it's no place for it. And it just seemed like there's a lot of cases of these guys hitting women. Like I said, I know it's a lot of content that need to be delivered with it. It got to be all the facts need to be delivered. But at the end of the day, you're a professional athlete. You're a football player. You know your name is going to be in the limelight. You know everybody got cameras, and people got what's those house cameras, the ring
The
cameras. So
ring.
Yeah.
nothing.
Mhm.
You can't be quiet on the creek.
Nope.
Can't be quiet on the creek, man.
But
Hey,
but 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 Jody, just real quick, you got to think. Remember, the thing came out with Big Tigger, with Tigger from
Yeah.
Rap City, right?
Yeah.
yeah,
You know, his girl was saying all this stuff. The video evidence that they put out proved that what she said that he didn't actually happen.
Nope.
Same thing with Marcus Spears or Marcellus Spears. Was it Marcellus Spears? It was one of the Spears.
Oh
He
no,
was
not
hip.
Spears. Their brother played for the Chargers. What's his name? Big Wiley.
oh, you
Marcellus
talking
Wiley.
about
Marcellus Wiley.
Marcellus Bobby.
Marcellus Wiley. My bad.
Wiley.
I
Yeah.
thought it was Spears. But yeah, so he had a situation going on, and stuff is coming out to find out that he didn't do the things that she said it was happening. So a lot of times this video stuff, and then people being there as witnesses are starting to debunk a lot of the stuff that they're saying is happening. I'm just saying, I think it should be across the board. Everybody keep their hands to themselves. If you mad at your girl, just walk away. If you mad at your dude, just walk away because it gets ugly.
I think Big Tigger should have started freestyling. Maybe he would have just the whole situation could have went away if he just broke off into a freestyle. What y'all think?
Can he rap? I never heard.
Yeah, on Rap City, man, he was spitting bars on there.
Is that Cameron's brother?
No.
Nah, they do favor though, but nah, Tigger was the one of the original like freestyle like kings. He's dope.
Big Tig in the building. But yeah, man, great show, fellas, man. Better wrap it up today. Jay Kane said I've been falsely accused of hitting a woman who really hit me. And my thing with this situation, I ain't talking about the he said, she said. I'm talking about we know Ray Rice knocked his girl out.
Yeah, we saw that.
It ain't nothing we can do about that. And we know that James Pierce Jr., we saw the stuff and the videotapes of him.
Yeah.
So I ain't talking about the he said, she said stuff. Listen, so if y'all think I'm saying that, because like I say, anybody can say anything. I'm talking about the actual factual footage of men hitting women. That's the problem. And then the situation where they leaving and coming back and doing something is the problem too. So if it's over, leave it alone. Don't come back. And then now you're doing, I don't know. It's a real muddy. And I think that I just wanted to stop.
Hey, Jody Ray, you know right away, man, when you're in a relationship, if it's toxic, you can tell when you're spending time with a person, you know right away you guys are not gelling, oil and water. Like, you know what? This lady or this guy, we don't mix well. And it's always some shit. We the new Bobby and Whitney. We can't have this. We're gonna have to just stay away from each other because we might love each other, but we're not good for each other. It's not gonna end well. So I think sometimes right away, you should. I tell my son this: hey, if you're with a girl and something don't feel right, it's probably a reason for that. Yeah, you guys just shouldn't be together and just get away from her because it's gonna end bad at the end of the day.
Bobby and Whitney is a love story though, man. That's
it ended not so good.
That's American love story though, man.
Smoking crack together is a love story.
I ain't trying to be funny.
Crackheads, I forgot about that.
Bruh, I ain't even trying to be funny. Crackheads be having the best relationships, bro.
I didn't know Whitney was like that until they had that reality show. I said, man, Whitney on that shit. Remember when she had that show, her and Bobby had that show? I'm like, man, she's out there. I didn't know she was like that.
Listen, bro, they be sticking together like a motherfucker because they be trying to get that crap. Remember, I was the prom queen. Now you the prom.
Look at you now. Look at you now.
Hey, Jay Kane said emotions don't let everyone keep their hands to themselves. He said, but that was his girl. He's stupid. Great show, fellas, man. We about to wrap it up here, man. Appreciate everybody coming through on Against the Grain Sports Podcast, Uncut, man. But before we go, Solo Sports, give me your final thought as we get out of here.
The national media try to make up storylines wherever they can. We had one of these scrimmages they're doing now between the New England Patriots and the Philadelphia Eagles. Of course, AJ Brown now is with a Patriot, and Jalen Hurts is with the Eagle. In the media trying to bait AJ Brown into talking shit about Jalen Hurts. After the practice, he goes, "Oh, you and Jalen Brown's relationship," and he was like, "Hey, man, that's my guy. I got love for him." And then they asked Jalen Hurts, "Will you have any advice for the quarterback, your new quarterback, the quarterback for the Patriots, to give him advice to how to deal with AJ Brown?" He said, "Look, man, I'm here. I'm an Eagle. I'm trying to work on our team. But what I do like after that, they showed AJ Brown and Jalen Hurts hugging it out on the field. They, man, let's squash all this bullshit like we hate each other. We don't hate each other. We might not be teammates. We might be friends, but we just didn't work good as teammates. So let's try to make these fake stories so they can report on them to make these brothers look bad, because that's definitely what's going on in sports right now."
Absolutely. Good stuff, man. Ray, man, give me a final thought as we get out of here.
Man, my final thought, man, NFL joint practices was this week, man. We saw the Cowboys and the Saints go ahead and brawl it on out. But people don't like the joint practices. They don't like the fights on the field. Matter of fact, Louis Riddick gave real harsh criticism on that. Man, it happens. It happens with teammates. It happens in practices. It happens all the time. Y'all just don't like it because it was two separate teams and helmets was flying. I've been in football practices where we fought our teammates, where you punching through helmets, hurting your hand. And I understand, yes, these guys make a lot of money, but it doesn't stop the emotion that goes upon that. I wish these guys will stop with all the cupcake stuff. Football is a brutal sport. People play with ass on their hands all the time. You don't know how it happened. It might have happened in practice. It might happen on the field. You're going to get injured. It's just, it happens that way. So, but nevertheless, man, joint practices should continue. I hope the NFL don't put another pillow down and try to make this softer, make it a softer league, man. Just go ahead and do what they want to. Let them go ahead and practice. And if fights break out, fights break out. We want it hard out here, not soft.
Yo,
Ray, so no gummy wearing football for you. You got to have the full throttle, right?
Hey, Jason. Hey, Jason said, did y'all see Scott Steiner's son fold up dude from the Cowboys? You know Scott Steiner, the rat. That's crazy work. Good stuff right there. My final thought is this, man. As the preseason is almost to a conclusion, we know next week is just a formality, the last week of preseason, which we used to have 4 weeks, now we have 3. The commentary has to be different when it comes to quarterbacks. I'm going to speak on this until I don't have any breath in my body. And we talked about this earlier in the show, but when Mendoza, and like I said, I don't have any problem with Mendoza. He threw an interception. It was late on the throw. Anybody could have made that pass. Tom Brady could have did it in his career. Peyton Manning, any Hall of Famer could have made that throw, and it could have returned it for 80 yards for a touchdown. But it was just the level of comfortability that everybody kept saying it happens. This is where you make your mistakes at. But then I watched the Cleveland game last week, and he threw Shedeur Sanders threw an overthrow, and it got picked off against the Bears. It was the right read. It was just he said he slipped out his hand. And it was just like, this is why he's a 5th-round draft pick. And this is why he went later in the draft. And he's not ready to be quarterback. And it's just like, why is it when certain people make mistakes, it's hell and brimstone, when the other person, it's like you coddle them. All I want to do is just put it completely even across the board. I don't know what narratives y'all trying to push on America, but we need to stop that. We need to start talking about the factual information, because Shedeur Sanders actually had a decent game. He was 6 for 11. He was making against the blitz. He threw a fantastic pass against the blitz. And I'm not just using him as an example. It's just that's what we seem to be talking about. And they do quarterbacks wrong. They do Tua like that. I see Tua make a mistake, and that's the clip they show over and over and over and over on SportsCenter. But if he throw a touchdown pass, you never see it, which he probably don't throw none, so we probably never see it.
You doing it.
But what I was saying is just like, if we gonna talk about it, man. Let's keep the narratives, and quit trying to push agendas that you're trying to push out because your boss is telling you to push one out. That's all I'm saying. That's my final thought.
Push that shit out.
Yeah, it's crazy word. You gotta sing it. Push. Come on now, push. It's like, all right, man. Great show, man. Appreciate everybody coming through on Against the Grain Sports, man. We'll be back Monday night, and we about to get our schedule revved up because once the preseason make their cuts, we got an all new season starting September 1st. You get a brand new season, brand new intro, all the shebangy bang. We're gonna be doing our thing. We're gonna get back to 6 to 7 days, 5 to 6, 7 days a week. Giving y'all football how y'all like it, how y'all love it. All sports. We got baseball winding down. We got college football about to start up next week. WNBA about to start their playoffs very soon. NBA will be starting, and that's a very much anticipated thing that we're looking at. The NBA will be starting in a couple months, man. So, hey, we can't wait. The NHL will be they'll be revving up too very soon. The NHL will be revving up in a couple months. So.
Same as basketball.
I'm Jody Coleman, the host of Against the Grain Sports. We got Ray Moore and just Barbara Lindsay in the building. Jarrell Solo on Sports Glenn, all the way from San Antonio, Texas. Andrew mic'd up. Jason the Hefty Lefty, Donald the voice of the youth. And we can't do none of this without Jay Kane and Chef cooking it up in the kitchen, man. Ray, what we doing until Monday night, man?
Yo, we working.
See y'all later. Peace, 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 peace.